Morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Arjun. We're just waiting for more people to join.
Yeah. All set.
Perfect. So, guys, can you hear me? Give me a yes in the chat section if you can hear me loud and clear. All right. Rahul, Swapnil, Sakshi, Srinivas, Yashwant, Mridul, Manish. Fantastic. Great. So, guys, today is day 2 of the trading workshop. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are sitting on your laptop. How many of you all attended yesterday? That is day 1. Please give me a yes in the chat section if you've attended yesterday's session. Fantastic. How many of you all did not attend yesterday's session? Right? Okay. There's a poll right now. Did you attend day 1? Yes or no? Okay. So about 85% of you all have attended yesterday and 16% have not attended yesterday. So guys, for those of you who missed yesterday, I'll give you a quick refresher. We talked about what are the myths around trading. We talked about what are successful traders doing in terms of being profitable consistently. What are the two types of trading strategies that we follow at the 1% Club? So all of these things were discussed. So if you did not attend yesterday, you missed out on both of these things. But don't worry, today we will once again do a little bit of refresher on what are those trading strategies which work, and more importantly, how do you automate those trades. So the speaker for today is Mr. Arjun Tandon. He is the founder of Kailasa Capital, and he manages upwards of 100 crores for his clients. And he is somebody who has pioneered algo trading in India. So Arjun will be teaching you step by step exactly how he does it, how he generates those codes, how does it connect to his trading account. So all of that will be revealed to you today. So Arjun, would love for you to give a quick introduction about yourself and let us get started.
Tarun, thank you so much for having me here. This is my second time being a part of your community. It's a wonderful community, and you're doing a fantastic thing. Imparting all this knowledge to people. And a bit about me. I am into trading full time for the past decade. I am a chartered accountant. I started my career working with KPMG PwC for good 4 years. I don't think I need to tell too much about myself. Sharan has done a podcast with me. He's grilled me over everything. And, Sharan, after that podcast, which we did about algo trading, a lot of people reached out to me on LinkedIn, Instagram, emails, and they had wonderful comments, and I could see the inclination to learn algo trading, especially in the era that we live. It's all AI, it's all automation, all of that. So we need to keep ourselves updated with that. So people have that inclination to learn.
Yes.
Also, while I was going through YouTube recently, a lot of people had negative comments. Now, negative comments don't bother me. Rather, I am very happy to see that people are aware that there is a lot of fake stuff going on in the market, that people are building fake screenshots, selling fake stories just to lure people to trade, to take money out of them. And they give an impression that trading is very simple. Now, trading, as I say, is one of the hardest professions in the world. It's hard, but does not mean you can't make money. There is a lot of opportunity in the market. So, with that being said, what I would like to do is now, Sharon, one more thing. I remember, guys, Sharon had asked me, "Can you share your capital with people?" And I was hesitant that time. And Sharon was like, "No, yeah, please share it. It'll add a little bit of credibility." I just don't like sharing screenshots, profit screenshots. You'll never see me sharing any profit screenshots because I feel, Sharon, that it gives a false sense of impression to people that trading is simple. It's
Yeah.
not difficult for me to share lakhs of profit worth lakhs of screenshots. Yeah, no, not a problem. But that being said, there is a lot of pessimism also. And
Yeah.
with pessimism, you can't grow. For anybody to grow, anybody to progress, there has to be optimism, and you have to feel that there is an opportunity to make money. And if you have it in your head that no, you can't make money in the markets, there is no way to make money in the markets, everybody is fooling you. No, you can't make money like that. So, that being said, even though I don't share screenshots, what I would like to do is I would like to randomly, Sharon, you can tell me the period. I will show you this PNL of one of my this accounts where I'm running algo trading, just to give people an idea that making money in the markets is very much possible. And if you work hard, if you learn the right tools, if you give it time, you can crack this game. Okay, so Sharon, what I'll do is
I
I'll
think Arjun, you can maybe show any time period before 3 months from today. So maybe the
chalo
last
done
year
done.
last year would be great because we have to follow SEBI compliance as well.
I see a wonderful comment from somebody. Somebody says you don't have to show your account because we believe in Sharon. So I know, yeah, Sharon, whoever Sharon invites to his podcast is thoroughly vetted. I am sure Sharon wants to impart genuine knowledge to the community. So all of this is pre-taken care of. You don't have to worry about having fake people over. So Sharon, I'll just share my screen with you. And guys, this is one Zerodha account that I have, purely showing it to you, just so you get inspired that making money is a possibility in the markets. So my name is here. I can refresh it. Somebody might say this is a fake website, so I'll refresh it. I'll show you that this is the Zerodha account. Okay. So now, okay, Sharon, let's take any random period. Okay, let me show you April first. So in April, there is a profit of 9 lakh rupees. Okay, let me go back. Let me take the past 4 months. 4 months, we have about realized profit is 26 lakhs, net is 19 lakhs. Let me take any random period. Okay, let me start October to December, 3 months. What do we have? We have about 15 lakhs. So the point is that with the algorithms that we run, we are able to generate returns in the market in a rather consistent manner, quarter on quarter. That has been the trend. So I'm showing you any random period. Sharon, you want me to show any period, any year?
No, I think this is enough of
So,
this, Arjun. I
and
think one question people have is what is the capital that you deploy to generate
so
this kind of profit? Because
right
it is
now,
very high.
currently in this particular account, the capital is around 5 CR, up 4.5 to 5 CR in this particular account that I'm running. So, like the thing is that, through algorithms, my aim is to generate consistency. And you can see that every quarter, that is what we aim for. Every quarter, we aim that it should be positive. So, that being said, I won't deep dive too much into it, but I'm just showing you guys that there is immense possibility to make money in the markets. It does not matter. It has to be futures and options, it has to be equities, it has to be commodities. You can make money anywhere. Let me show you commodities also. I think commodities also has a profit. So you can make money provided what Sharon and I discussed in the podcast, your approach has to be systematic. You can't just do random stuff in the market. You come in the morning, you say that, let me buy this, let me sell that. No, you have to have an approach. And I think what Shashank taught yesterday was a complete approach to the markets, a complete system on how to buy and how to sell stocks. And that is what we are
Yeah.
going to discuss today. So I will shut this down. I will
Maybe
go
one last
there.
question.
Yeah,
Arjun,
yeah,
he asked, you showed your profits, but
yeah.
obviously you had losses. So what was the worst loss you ever had, ever in a day?
Okay, so Sharon, the worst loss that I have had in a day, I remember, if somebody from the audience remembers 18th April 2024, it was. Anybody remembers? It was you can go look at the charts. Nifty moved down by 200 points in a couple of minutes. It was a disaster, as somebody is saying. That was the worst point. Other than that, I think the PNL on that day would be somewhere like, I think, minus 7 to 8 lakhs, 6, 7 lakhs, I think. It would be that much. Otherwise, because all of these strategies are running intraday, I work on a drawdown of around 1% maximum. That is what I lose in a day. And guys, it does not matter. War ho, kuch ho, it just does not matter to me because like I don't carry much overnight. So even though the war elevates your volatility intraday, but since stops are in place, since max loss is defined for the day, it does not matter.
So
So,
basically, what you're telling me, Arjun, is that ensure that your stop loss is not more than 1% or 2% tops.
yeah, correct. So
Got it.
somebody is saying how much returns. So returns, what I target is about 2% a month. If I get that, I am super happy with that.
So
1.5
2%
to
a month
2%.
comes out to, if you compound it, 2% a month, and you keep redeploying it, it comes to about 30%, 2% a month.
Yeah, yeah. So 2% a month plus, Sharon, this is just FNO returns. So if I generate, let's say, I become very conservative. I generate 15 to 20% with FNO. I have an underlying also. Okay. So with
Okay.
the underlying, let's say I have a mix of debt and equity. I generate 8% to 10%. Simple. I don't want too much. I just want 7, 8%.
Hmm.
So with that 7, 8%, that 20 and that 8 goes up to 28% or rough 25 to 30%. So I am more than happy with that. I am super happy
So basically,
generating
you're saying
25.
you pledge your safe investments to unlock trading capital and
Yeah, yeah,
right? So
correct. So
let's say, for
most,
example, you have a
yeah,
mutual fund, like
correct.
a debt mutual fund or an
Yeah,
arbitrage fund, which is giving you 7, 8% return. That you pledge, you unlock 80% of the capital and you trade on that money. So you get the returns of both sides.
absolutely right, Sharon. So majority of my funds are parked in arbitrage and liquid funds, where I generate about, let's say, average 7%.
Yeah.
Add to that some equity. So your average goes to about 9%, blended average. So
Hmm.
9% and that 18, 20% is good enough.
18, 20% coming from trading, 9%
Trading.
coming from
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
capital. So
Yeah.
around 25, 26% is what you want.
Correct, correct, correct. So I tell everyone that, when I tell people that I don't target 50%, I don't target 60, 100%, I don't need that. I
Yeah.
need to generate consistency because that is how I can scale up. Okay.
Also,
Uh, yeah,
people, when they say 50, 60%, they're doing it with a small portion of their capital. You are going all in.
yeah, all in. Correct.
5 crores. So when you put
Yeah.
5 crores, you can't take too much risk. You need to
Yeah.
be having a proper system.
I
So,
think that's a very, very important point that you made. That's, guys, somebody might show you that I generated 100%, I generated 50%. Okay. So that might also mean that he's just deploying 20 lakh rupees and he has a net worth of 5 crores. So what is the point of generating 50% on 20 lakh rupees when your net worth is 5 crore?
correct.
So you have to see your returns on your net worth, not on a very small portion of your capital. Otherwise, what is the point of it?
Correct. Perfect. I
Yes.
think let's get started, Arjun. I think people are waiting for the chat.
Okay.
He has opened. Let's begin.
So, guys, we have a very interesting topic for today. Yesterday, Shashank taught you one strategy. And what I aim to do is I aim to empower you with the tools to research, to backtest, to build strategies on your own. We live in an era where ChatGPT, where Claude, Gemini is available to everybody. So, why not take advantage of that? Why not build strategies using AI? So, that's what we are going to do today. Now, I'll just quickly revisit what Shashank taught you yesterday. Now, what guys we are going to do today is that we'll take that strategy, we'll take rules from that strategy, and we'll try to build a code that helps us backtest this strategy. Now, this strategy, guys, is just a sample. You can innovate, you can tweak this strategy, you can add your own rules. My aim in this session is to teach you how you can test and build any strategy of yours with tools that are freely available to everybody. You don't need paid version of anything. You don't need to buy data. I will teach you how you can download data automatically using Python. I know a lot of you might not have used Python, might not have coded before. Completely fine. I don't need to have anybody having coding knowledge. I will give it to you. I will show you how using AI you can do everything. Okay. So, guys, we'll quickly revise what we learned yesterday. Now, Shashank taught you a strategy where, there are three stages of a stock. The number one stage is the correction stage where you see that strong stock has a healthy pullback. Now, what is a pullback? Basically, the stock goes up and then there's a correction. So that gives you a good chance to enter in that stock. Okay. And that also puts aside all the weak hands from that stock. Now, the second stage is the reclaim stage. Obviously, after a pullback, we also want to see whether that stock goes up or not. Otherwise, what is the point of buying a falling knife? The second stage is that the stock reclaims and moves above one of its long term moving averages. Then the final stage, the third stage, is the breakout stage where we see that the stock has broken out and it's at a new high. Okay, so how does this strategy work? What do we do before we test any strategy? Right. Let's think of AI as a human assistant that we have. Okay, and for any assistant to work for you, you need to define whatever you want to get done very clearly. So that means whatever strategy that we want to get tested, we should be aware of each and every rule of that particular strategy. Now, in this strategy, our starting capital is $1 lakh or 1 lakh rupees, does not matter. You will be equal weighting it. Now, what does equal weighting mean? Equal weighting means that your allocation to each stock will be the same. It will be $10,000. It's written 1,000 here. That's a typo. You will be allocating $10,000 to each stock. So that means maximum you can allocate is 10% to one stock. Okay. Now, coming to the stock selection logic. So, stock selection logic is that, there are 4 5 conditions. One of the conditions is that your long term trend must be bullish. How do you check long term trend? You check two moving averages. You check the 150-day SMA and the 220 EMA. Then you have your price greater than 50 SMA and your 50 SMA greater 150-day SMA. And you have this fourth condition where the price needs to be more than 25% above its 52-week low. Okay, guys, enough of theory. I think we should move to the practical bit. I want to show you, I want to teach you how do you use AI and how do you pick up data, how do you download data to test all this and to build your own strategies. So let's go. We'll be making use of Chat GPT. Now, last time, a lot of people had asked, why not use Claude? Why not use Gemini? Guys, you can use anything. It does not matter. All of these AI tools are capable enough to code for you. I personally like two of them. I like Claude. I like GPT. Both of them are good enough. And if you can afford to buy a plus subscription ship or a $20 subscription ship, do go for it. It's absolutely worth it. The models are a bit better. Otherwise, the free tools also will work fantastic. Okay. Now, I will go back to the strategy once and I will tell you one thing. See, the universe here is NASDAQ 100. That means, first of all, we need to have the data for NASDAQ 100 stocks. Now, similar to Nifty 50, where we have 50 stocks, NASDAQ has 100 or 101 stocks. Let's see. So, NASDAQ 100 stocks list. What we'll do is we'll just quickly take out NASDAQ 100 stocks. Okay. So, guys, this is the official NASDAQ website. We want to be very thorough with whatever data source that we take. This is not the official website, but I think you can take the components from here, or let's go here. Okay, you can take it from this website. Okay, so we want to take the latest 100 components of NASDAQ. So, guys, what we'll do, let's simply copy paste this. Now, I'm having to copy paste it sadly because there is no option to download. What I realized that, our exchange, NSE, BSE are very good when it comes to providing data. They give you a lot of free data, be it Bhav copies, be it archives, and everything is downloadable free of cost. These Gora people, they don't give data out very easily. So you can't download it free of cost. But we can obviously copy paste it. Let's just simply go and let me put it here in an Excel. Now, what we are going to do, I will divide this entire session into 3 parts, guys, 3 parts. The first part is where we download data for all the 100 stocks. Okay, before anything, before backtesting, before performing any kind of an analysis, obviously you want historical data. So we will figure out a way to download data for all 100 stocks automatically. You don't need to do anything. Okay. Second step, the second step will be backtesting this particular strategy. We will provide the rules to AI. We will see how it will be able to write the code for us. And number three, that is not where we'll stop. Number three will be I will teach you how to build a dashboard where you can simply see all the live stocks during market hours. Okay.
So, Arjun, one
Yeah.
request from the audience. They would
Yeah.
like to do it on Indian stocks instead of US stocks. They would like to do it on the Nifty 50, if that's possible.
So, Sharan, what I'll do is I will help them build the code. After the class, you just plug in Nifty 50 stocks, and I will teach you how to do that. You
Perfect.
plug in the Israeli index, you plug in the Iranian index, you plug in any stocks, you will be able to backtest it. No
Sure.
problem. As
Perfect.
I said, my aim is to teach you how to do this. You will be able to do it on cryptos, you will be able to do it anywhere else. It's as simple as that.
I think that's
Okay, so
thank you.
done. Guys, so what we'll do is see, we have to download stocks using Yahoo Finance in an automated manner using Python. I will teach you how to do that. For that, we just need symbol names. What I'm doing is I am removing everything else. Okay. We just need these symbol names and we will tell the code, we will tell ChatGPT to download data for all these symbols. So let's just do one thing. Let's create a folder and let's save it. Okay. I am going to desktop. On desktop, let me create a folder. I will give the name AI Masterclass, and in AI Masterclass, NASDAQ 100 symbols. Okay. Make sure you save this as a CSV file. Okay. So we have this, we have saved this. Now let me go, let me open this folder, and you will see that I have one file here. Now let's go to ChatGPT. Okay. We have the stocks. Now we want to get our work done. In the last class, I had taught you how to write a prompt. Anybody remembers? Anybody remembers how do you write a prompt? There are three things you give a prompt. How do you write a prompt? Okay, guys, no worries. I will teach you how to write a prompt. So whenever you are talking to AI, you have to talk in a specific manner to make it more efficient, be it any conversation. Okay. Now, for that conversation to be more effective, you have to define three things. What are those three things? The number one is role. What is the AI supposed to do? How it is supposed to behave? The second is context. What task are you wanting to get done? Or basically, any information about the task, any details about the task. And third is the task itself, a brief one liner on what the AI has to finally do using the role and the context. When you write your prompts using this format, your output gets way, way better. AI knows exactly what it is to be done. Think of it like an assistant. You have to tell it what you have to do clearly and specifically. Okay, so guys, let's go. Let's get into the role bit. And what we'll do is we will tell it that what you are supposed to do. Okay, so I'll tell it that you are an expert Python developer. We will be coding everything in Python. Python is a very simple to learn language. And even if you've not coded before, does not matter because AI is going to write all the code for us. We'll just need to click run and everything will get done for you automatically. Okay. So who writes code to fetch market data, backtest trading strategies, and report performance. Okay. Guys, I have simply assigned a role to the AI. I have told GPT that you are supposed to do this for me. Okay. Let's hit enter. Let's see what it does. Okay. So, out of all the knowledge base that it has, it says that I'll respond now as a Python developer for market data fetching, strategy backtesting, and performance reporting. So it knows what you want and it has that specific knowledge right now available to help you with any task related to your strategies, your data downloading. Okay. Now, guys, let's do one thing. Let's give it some context. Okay. The context is I want to download daily data for NASDAQ 100 stocks. Okay. That is what we want to do. And what we have done is I have stored the data in a CSV file not stored the data, stored the symbols in a CSV file. Let's attach that CSV file here. Why we are attaching? So that it gets to know what your format is. Okay. So let me go here, AI masterclass. I will attach this here. Okay. So I want to download daily data for NASDAQ 100 stocks. I have stored the symbols in a CSV file. I want to, yeah, download and save the data in separate CSV files for every symbol in data folder. So basically, you are just telling it that whatever symbols that we have, you download and save the data in separate CSV files for every symbol. Okay. Now, task, write a Python code to download NASDAQ 100 stocks data from Yahoo Finance. Guys, do you think we need to add anything? Are you clear? Okay, somebody says why a CSV file and not the Excel format? Because you can put it in Excel format also, but CSV format is meant to store data like this, and you can simply store symbols and all of that in a comma separated file. Uh, why don't we write screener and shortlist candidates? Because you will be able to backtest and you will be able to add a lot of your own conditions. You will be able to build dashboards. You will see it by the end of it. Somebody says, do we need to mention period? Absolutely, you should mention the period. We'll add that. Ideally, what the code does is it gives you a variable. It gives you an option to select any time frame for which you can download the data. Okay, download write the Python code to download data from Yahoo Finance, starting, let's say, 2025. Okay, guys, 2025, 2000, chalo, 2025 ले लेते हैं. Let's take 2025. I hit. So Yahoo Finance, basically, guys, Yahoo has this beautiful section on their website called Yahoo Finance, where you can see a lot of information about stocks. And Yahoo Finance also allows you to download data for any number of stocks directly onto your system. So, in case you want to perform some analysis, let's say not in Python, but in Excel, you want to download data for NVIDIA, or let's say any Nifty 50 stock, you can directly download from Yahoo Finance, save it in a CSV, open that, perform any kind of analysis in Excel, and you will be sorted. Okay, so this is how it's writing the code. And I will also teach you how to read basic code. And Python is super simple. So as you can see, there is a symbol file. It's saying that, this is your CSV file and your start date. So in case you want to download data from an older time period, let's say 2024, 2020, 2019, whatever it is, you can simply change the date here and it will automatically download it for you. Now, one more thing. How do we write code? I will also take you there. I know a lot of you are newcomers when it comes to coding. So basically, you have to install VS Code. Okay. So Visual Studio Code is a free tool available that lets you write code in Python in any language. And you have to also install Python. Once you have done that, you will be able to run these codes. And one more thing, guys. Whenever you are getting AI to write a code, it will tell you one more thing that you need to install some dependency. Okay. So it says that pip install Y Finance Pandas. Now you'll say, what is this dependency? So think of it like a plugin. You have Google Chrome, right? Everybody has used Google Chrome. Google Chrome is the main software. And then it allows you to add extensions to it, which gives you certain more functionality. So that is how dependencies are. That is how libraries are. You simply run this code in your terminal. I will also show you how do you do that. First of all, let me go to VS Code. Let me show you how this works. You will install VS Code. You will install Python. It's super simple to install. You can download it free of cost just by Googling or go to YouTube. Just search install Python. You will get the complete tutorial. Hardly will take you 5 minutes, even less than that. Once you have installed it, this is how VS Code looks like. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll open up a folder. We had created a folder on the desktop. I had named it AI Masterclass. So I'll just open it. Now, when you open this folder, okay, you see something of this sort. All your files are available on the left hand side. So if I click on CSV, you can see these are the contents of the CSV. I can simply right click here. I can click new file. Once you've clicked new file, let's give it a name, Yahoo Data Downloader. And as you guys are aware, files have different formats, different extensions. Like there's CSV, there's XLSX, so different kind of formats. So for Python, the format is .py. Okay. So this is the format that we have, and this is where we will be copy pasting the entire code. You don't have to write anything. We will just go here and we will copy this, okay? And we will paste it here. So now guys, let me see whether this works or not, okay? So what I did, how to run this code, you just simply copy paste this code here, and there is a play button on the top right side. You can see here, there's play. If I hover over it, it will say run Python file. And you're saying we have done nothing but tell GPT to write a code for us. We just told it what we need to get done. I simply copy pasted this code over here. I created a file, and you can see it's downloading the data for you. Where can we download data? Similarly, for NSE, you can download it from Yahoo Finance. Just give it a list. Uh, Somebody is saying, is Jupyter Lab sufficient? Yes, Jupyter Lab is sufficient. You can use Jupyter Lab. Somebody is saying Visual Studio is not available on Mac. I am using a Mac. I am using Visual Studio. It's available. Any specific version of Python? You can use 3.11. That should be fine. And okay, is this Chat GPT Plus? Guys, yes, I'm using Plus. However, for you, I have tried using the free version as well. It works, no problem. You can use on Collab also, but I prefer to run it locally. Why use Collab? You can give it any data. Uh, I will show you the context and all. Don't worry, guys. I think you will be provided with the prompts. Don't worry about it. Okay, I can't directly use GPT in VS Code. You can absolutely use GPT in VS Code, but that's available to Plus users. Like I have Claude Code here. I have GPT also. You can see GPT here. So it opens directly in my terminal as well. I can do it here. Okay, so everything is there with AI. You don't need to worry about coding or all of that. Somebody is saying where you have to run pip install. Okay, I will show you that as well. All right, so let's see first of all whether it has downloaded data or not. Guys, you can see over here, it has downloaded all the data for you. Now up to you, you can use this data in Excel if you don't want to use further in Python. But the thing is, can you see the ease with which we were able to download data? One click is all it took, right? So just with one click, you were able to download all this data, and you can do it similarly for cryptos. You can do it for NSE data, whatever you want. You just need to give it symbols. Now, I will show you the most beautiful thing now. You have this data downloader with you. You just need to change the symbols file. You change the symbols file, you save this code, you run it again, it will download the data for all the stocks for you. Okay, now quick thing, you guys are asking how to install this pip dependency. Okay, guys, so there are the easiest way I'll teach you is I simply go over here, new terminal, or agar if you have this window open, let me click on run here. If you have run open, there's a plus button. Okay, it will say new terminal. Let's go here. Let's say pip install. I think Y Finance was the name. Let me see. Exact library name is Y Finance only. Correct. So Y Finance. Simply put, it will install it for you. You just click the plus button here. You go back to your GPT. You copy paste this, and I will paste it here. Pip install by Finance Pandas. I hit enter. It will install it for you. It's saying requirement already satisfied because I already have these on my system. But you can simply do it from here. Okay, so guys, absolutely no worries. Agar if you have any problem installing any dependency, you have an assistance with you. You simply go back to GPT, you tell it, how do I install this dependency? It will teach you. The thing is, you need to converse with it. You need to start talking to AI and you need to start asking it questions. It will help you out with every damn thing. Okay, so guys, once we have this data with us, and somebody was asking me the context, you can see the context is here. You have the task here, you have the role here. Okay, can somebody tell me what is step two? Okay, I will quickly run you through what we are doing. We have simply told GPT that we are assigning it a role. Once we have assigned it a role, we've given it a context that we have to download data for NASDAQ 100 stocks. The task is to download it from Yahoo Finance. We simply got GPT to write us a program. We copy pasted it in VS Code. We hit run. It downloaded the data for you. Okay, so guys, next step. A lot of you have told me backtesting. Absolutely right. Step two is backtesting. Okay. Now for backtesting again, we'll go back to our PPT. Let's go back here. Our backtest, and to do your backtest accurately, we need to tell it what the rules of the strategy are. Okay. How the strategy works. Now, let's do one thing. Let's give it the context again. You can write context or you can't write context. It is totally up to you. Okay, somebody is saying, I've not understood the coding part. Don't worry about it. Just see what I'm doing. I'll go a bit slower, but just try and doing it after the class. I think recording should be available to all of you. Do not worry about it. I know it's new. I know it's something absolutely new for you. So it's going to take a bit of a time. It might be a bit confusing, but it's not hard. Okay, you can learn everything with AI, and my job is to teach you the steps you need to do to learn all of this, to download, to backtest everything on your own. Okay, so guys, what we'll do, we will move to the second part of it now. We will be getting the code again, so it will all get revised. Do not worry about how we are going to copy paste the code, all of that. I will be showing it to you once again. Okay. All right. So let's move to step number two. The step number two is backtesting. So what we need to do is that let's tell it what we want to get done. And guys, when you are giving instructions to the AI, think of it like, what if somebody was giving me instructions? I would want things to be absolutely clear, not like, give me a profitable trading strategy, backtest a profitable trading strategy. No, that is not a correct prompt. You need to tell exact strategy rules that you want the AI to test for you. Let's say next, I want to backtest a trading strategy on the Yahoo Finance data that we downloaded. Okay. Here are the strategy rules. Okay, guys, let's move back to our rules. First of all, we need to identify a stock. Okay. First, we need to filter stocks that match our criteria. For that, we need to tell it how we are going to select stocks. Okay. So here are the strategy rules. I'll tell it stock filtering criteria. So basically, I am telling the AI that these are my conditions to filter stocks. I will run you by the conditions once again. I'm going very slow. Do not worry about it. I will cover everything in depth, in detail. Okay. So, guys, the first step is to figure out if the 150-day SMA is greater than 220 EMA. Okay. Why Yahoo Finance? I'll mention one thing: daily time frame that we downloaded. The strategy rules are 150-day SMA greater 220-day EMA. This is your first rule to filter stocks. First, we are filtering stocks. Okay. Entry exit conditions will come later. First, we're telling it using the data that you have, you need to figure out what stocks qualified this criteria. So, guys, I'll give you a brief. about backtesting, what we do in backtesting. So you have an idea. I tell you a very simple idea. I tell you that, if the market opens in green, you buy Nifty. If the market opens in red, you sell Nifty. It's a very simple idea, right? Now you will tell me, Arjun, how do I believe you? I'll say you do not have to believe me. You just go back. You go back to AI. You get it back tested. Okay. So for that to work, what we'll do is, as we downloaded data, we download past data, and we'll see whether this condition worked in the past or not. Okay. So if something works in the past, does not mean 100% it will work in the future, right? But it does give you some sense, some idea that the probability of it working again in the future is high. It's similar to your SIPs, right? What you do in SIPs, you see that in the past, your SIPs have given you, let's say, 10%, 15%, 20% CAGR, depending on fund type. You say that this performance is likely to repeat in the future as well. So that is also a strategy for you. Similarly, what we are doing, we are downloading past data. We are telling it that, check day wise on every single day, you figure out what stocks met this condition. If these stocks met your conditions, you enter the stocks. You enter on the opening price or whatever price it is, and you see if the stop loss got hit or your target got hit, what happened. So basically, you are doing an entire stimulation on the past data and you're seeing whether the results are positive or not. It's as simple as that. Okay. So backtesting is nothing but checking or validating your idea on the past. That's all. Okay. So any confusion that you have on the previous data or what backtesting is? Anything, guys? Should I move forward? You can copy a successful trader, but you can't copy a successful trader's psychology. You can't copy another person's mindset. And that is where people fail. You can't blindly copy another person, because that person's mindset is very different from you. Even if I give you every single strategy of mine, you won't be able to make profit the way I do, because I have built it. I know the ins and outs. I am accepting that risk. And that is why I tell you, and that is what we are trying to do, that we are giving you ideas and you should customize these ideas based on what you need to do, based on the risk that you need to take. Okay. So, guys, let's move forward. Let's go to the second bit. The price should be greater than 50 SMA. Now, price, there are four types of price. You have OHLC, open, high, low, and close. Okay. So we will mention that close is greater 50-day SMA, right? Now let's move to the third part. The third part is that your 50-day simple moving average is greater than 150-day SMA. So let's write that 50-day SMA greater 150-day SMA. Okay. Now the fourth bit is that you need to avoid weak stocks. What does that mean? Your price should be greater than 1.25 times the 52-week low. So price, again, close greater 1.25 times X or 1.25x 52-week low. We'll give it an explanation. Price should be greater than 25%. Your price should be more than 25% from 52-week low. Okay, so any other condition that we have? There was one particular condition that Shashank mentioned again, and I will take you back, that there is a correction phase. There is a pullback in the stocks. Now, what he mentioned is that the stocks should go below their 220-day moving average. I think it was 220-day EMA. If your stock moves below its 220-day EMA and recovers above it, that means that there has been a correction and a recovery. So we'll mention that. Stock must have dipped below 220-day EMA at least once in the past 90 days. Now, guys, when we say stock must have dipped, what does dipped mean? Does dipped mean, did it close below the moving average? Was the low below the moving average? Like, I would like to see if there's a correction, that the low of that stock was below the moving average in the last 90 days. Stock must have dipped. So we'll mention low. So low below 20-day EMA at least once in the past 90 days. Okay. So we have mentioned all the stock filtering criteria with us. Okay. Now, next, what we need to do, next, we need to tell it when do you enter and exit. Okay. So your entry and exit conditions need to be specified. So entry and exit conditions, we are making it very specific. The beauty of this entire process is that once you specify everything to the air, your own thinking your about that strategy also gets crystal clear. You know each and every rule of that strategy. There is no ambiguity. There is no confusion in your own mind.
So
Okay, so
double tap on what is SMA and why, what is EMA and what is the relation between the two?
okay, so SMA means simple moving average. What is simple moving average? Simple moving average means, let's say you uh, pick the prices for the last 150 days. So 150-day SMA I'm referring to. You pick closing prices for 150 days. Let's say price on day one was 10, 20, 30, going day wise. You sum all the prices and you average it out. You simply divide it by 150. So the average price of the past 150 days is the simple moving average. So how this is useful, how this is beneficial. The 150-day SMA or any SMA tells you that the average price of the stock was here. Okay. Now, if the stock is above this moving average, that tells you that, currently the stock is bullish because it is above its long-term average. If the stock is below this moving average, that means that there is a recent bearish trend in the stock. Now, for long-term trends, like you must have seen 200-day moving average or 150-day SMA. So your long-term trend is determined by these averages. For short-term trend, you can use 20 SMA. For intermediate term trend, you can use 50 SMA. And for very short-term trends, like you want to trail a particular stock, okay? A stock is running up and you want to keep trailing it. You can use the 9 SMA. So depending on what you want to get done, you use that period's moving average. Now, other than the SMA, there is another type of an moving average, which is called EMA. EMA stands for exponential moving average. Now, in the previous type, which was the simple one, we averaged over the last 150 days. That means each day got an equal weightage. In the exponential moving average, what we do is the recent prices get a higher weightage or more importance. You can simply think that the recent prices get a higher importance, as in they will influence that average more. So if a stock is rising sharply recently, the average will move higher compared to the SMA. That is what it means. So the conditions are such that Shashank has taken SMA and EMA, and those are the rules of the strategy that we'll be testing. I hope
So
that's clear.
one question here. One question. We understood what is SMA, what is EMA.
Yeah,
But what is the relation between them? You've taken 150-day SMA greater
yeah.
than 20-day EMA. Is there a
Mhm.
reason for that? Like, how do I think about it logically?
Okay, so let's dissect what we are doing. Okay, let's break this down. 220-day EMA is your long-term moving average. Okay, it basically tells you, think of it like the average price of the last 1 year, but there is a higher weightage to the recent prices. Okay, so it is a moving average for the last entire 1 year. More or less, there are 252 trading sessions in a year. Let's take 220, round it off, 1 year. Let's think of it like that. And then there is the 150-day SMA. So that means what he's checking is that is the trend of 150 days higher than the trend of the past 220 days of a larger period. Okay. And then the second condition that we are checking is that the price, the closing price is greater than the 50-day SMA. Okay. So 50-day SMA, your intermediate period, the more or less you can think about like the last 2 months. The average price of the last 2 months is my current price greater than the last 2 months price average. So that tells you that my price, this particular stock, is moving higher in the longer period also. It's moving higher in the shorter period also. Okay. Then you also have, is your 50-day SMA greater 150-day SMA? Now try doing one thing today. Try plotting all these moving averages on any stock And you will see that once these EMAs and SMAs align, what do I mean by align? That your recent, that the smaller moving average, let's take 50 SMA, is higher, then there is 150 SMA, then there is 200 SMA. Okay, once they are aligned, your stock is in an uptrend. That clearly tells you that your stock is in an uptrend. So that is just a way to quantify, or to put it in mathematical manner for backtesting, and to clearly define conditions of how we define an uptrend. So when you
Got it.
are using these conditions, you are defining what an uptrend in a stock means. It's as simple as that. And the fifth condition is an additional thing where you say that, the stock went back to its long-term moving average, but it bounced from there. So that means there was a pullback or a correction in the stock, but it has now recovered and it is trading above its 50-day SMA. So that tells you that there has a correction happened. Weak hands are out of the stock. Now it is an opportunity for me to enter this particular stock. Sharon, I hope that was clear.
Yeah, that's clear. So basically, what you're trying to say is that when the simple moving average is going above the exponential moving
Yeah.
average, there is a very strong uptrend that can be seen. So that is the
Yeah.
relation between the two. And exponential moving average gives more weightage to the recent price.
Correct.
But if
Correct.
the simple moving average is itself greater than the exponential moving average, it means it's a double signal
Yeah.
that there is a very strong up movement.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's kind of a double confirmation, as you said.
Correct. Makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
so guys, now what we do? We tell it when to enter and exit. Now, what stock filtering will do? Every single day, it will check on every day what all stocks are meeting this particular criteria. Once it has determined what all stocks are meeting the criteria, we have to enter. Now, how much to enter, when to exit, we'll mention that as well. So let's go back. Let's tell it that the conditions of entry and exit. Okay, so signals are generated on closing price. Okay, whatever is the closing price of the day, we'll generate the signal. Entries are taken on next day's open. So next day we take the entry. Okay. Evening, let's think about it. After market hours, you generate signals, you filter out the stocks. The next day, as the market opens, you take an entry. Okay. All right. So let's see what is the exit criteria. And there's another entry criteria that Shashank mentioned, which I'll also add. So exit if the stock falls below the 220-day EMA. If any time the stock closes below 220 EMA or drops 15% below the entry price, you exit whichever occurs first. Okay. Exit if the stock falls below 220 EMA. 220, let's be very specific, 220-day EMA, or drops 15% below its entry price, whichever happens earlier. Okay, so you have the exit condition very specific. Now, fourth bit, fourth point that we tell it is that your entry, once you have selected these stocks, your entry will be on a 52-week high. Your entry is only taken when a stock moves to a 52-week high. Entry is taken only when the stock breaks out to a new 52-week high on a closing basis. So that tells you that this stock is showing a lot of momentum, a lot of strength. And when it's moving to a new high, I want to enter it at that point. Guys, simple, clear, any confusion? Okay, what does closing and opening price mean? When you are aware of the candlestick, right? Candlestick has 4 price points, OHLC. You have the opening price, you have the high, you have the low, you have the close. The day's closing price is what we are generating the signal on. The next day's entry price or the open price is what we are entering on. Okay. Okay, great. Makes sense. And guys, what we also need to mention is that we have a starting capital of 100,000. Okay. And allocation will be equal weighted. Okay. That means maximum $10,000 can be allocated to a stock or max 10% of the overall portfolio. So, guys, basically, that means that maximum 10,000 can be allocated to a stock or maximum 10% of the overall portfolio. So, it does not matter. You can write entry conditions first, exit conditions first. You can do that. You can, like, I am writing it here on the go. So, once you are doing it by yourself, you can like separate the entry and exit conditions as well. But AI can do this on its own. Don't worry about it. Okay. So I hope everything has been done. Now, since we have given it everything, all the strategy rules are crystal clear. Next, what we do is we finally tell it the task. The task is that write a Python backtest to test the above strategy. It will simply backtest everything for you and it will write a code to test this strategy. Let's hit enter. Let's see what it does. Okay, somebody is saying you did not tell it when to exit or book your profits. Guys, there's no particular profit booking here. What it's doing is that, if the exit, the stock falls below 220-day EMA, let's say the stock keeps trending higher, the moving average will also move higher and higher. Okay. So we are in a way trailing using the 220 moving average, but you are thinking in the right direction. What if I want to put a target on this? Or I want to exit not based on 220 MA, I want to exit based on 50 SMA. What about that? You can simply add your own condition right here. You can tell it, I want to take a 20% profit target. You can check what happens when you take 20%, you take 50%, you take 100%. I am so glad to see that your mind is working. You are wanting to do new things. You now know the process of getting anything written, a backtest written. You simply need to add your own condition here. And that is where your own analysis, your own reasoning will come in. You add a condition, you backtest it, you see results. Ultimately, what we want to do is we want to take a strategy, we want to improve it, we want to add or enhance the returns of that particular strategy. So you can see what it's doing here. It's writing the code. uh, since the code is going to be a little big, it's going to take some bit of a time, I think. But okay, we'll let it right. I will meanwhile tell you what you can modify over here. You have the data folder. You can simply tell it in case you have a different folder. You have a start date. You have a look back period. What does the look back period mean? Or trading days, 52 week. It's taken 252 days. You can change this. You have a stop loss percentage. We had 15% stop loss. You can tweak this. You can check in case I want to have a 5% stop loss. I want to have a 10%. I want to have a 50% stop loss. What happens in that? So you can modify all these parameters by your own self. In a bull market, we might get more than 10 stocks. Yes, you are right. What we can tell it is that, you rank the stocks based on returns or basically momentum. You tell it that whichever stocks, let's say I have 15 stocks, the stocks which have performed the best, you can pick those stocks. Why do I need Visual Studio? You need Visual Studio to write your code and to run the back test, to run your Python code. You need for that 15% stop loss. Yes, it absolutely can be less than that. You can try it out. What standard stop loss can we keep on an average? You can keep any stop loss. You can, like, I personally prefer smaller stop losses. That is my philosophy. I don't like bigger stop losses. I feel that your risk reward should be on your side with a higher stop loss. It's difficult to have the risk reward in your favor. You can use it using you can do it using TradingView. I don't know, but with Python there is a lot of flexibility. We'll build the dashboard right now. You will see everything. Do not worry about it. You can see everything. What we have to code to backtest, will 220 crossing won't be risky? Yes, it can be risky because you will give back a lot of the gains. So you can try it on 50 AMA. That is the beauty of it. You are using your own minds, you are analyzing, you're thinking, you're finding faults, and you're figuring out ways to improve this strategy. Absolutely, you can do that. Slippages and trading errors, yes, you should add slippages. I think, okay, I missed adding slippage, even though we had written here and we had specifically mentioned that total transaction cost is 0.1% on each side, buy and sell. You can add that. Basically, what somebody is saying is that we should also include costs, because when you enter a stock, let's say you go to buy a stock at 100, you often buy it at 100.1, 100.2, something like that. So you add a slippage so that it takes care of transaction costs and all of the costs for you. So the results are realistic for you. What about ChatGPT can mistake? Absolutely, it can make a mistake. I will tell you how to verify that. Okay, it's writing the code. It's a little big. Sharon, do we have time, or I quickly run the demo code that I had? I ran this prompt earlier exactly for people. I can show it using that. Exactly the same code. Is that okay? We have all we have all day. Yeah, yeah, we do have all day. It's a Sunday. It's the day to backtest. It's the day to research. It's day to plan for the next day. Okay, so I'll share it here. I will. You guys, for you guys also, time is precious. I'm sure you have a lot of stuff planned. So what I'll do is I will show you one thing. I am not doing anything. I had run this prompt earlier. Okay, I had created this demo folder for you. So I'll open this, and it's exactly the same. You have this data folder. You have all the data with you. Okay. So you have the data like this. I will close this. We had created a data downloader, Yahoo data downloader. Basically, I've opened, guys, another folder. That's simply what I've done. And what we are doing is backtest.py. I created a new file. New file I named backtest.py, and I have saved it here. Okay. I simply went back to GPT. I copied this code and I pasted it here in the backtest. Okay. Now let me run this code. I've done nothing. I've taken the code from ChatGPT. I've created a new file, named it backtest.py. I have generated the backtest. Simple as that. By clicking run, you ran the backtest. Your results are here. Let's see what the backtest result has done. Okay. So you will get the prompt. Don't worry about it. What if some stock was replaced? That is why what we've done is we have taken the latest data. We have taken a recent period. If you want to be very exact, you can take when a stock was like introduced in Nasdaq, when something was removed. You can make your backtest very accurate with that. Okay, guys, prompts and all dashboard. I will show you everything. I will show you dashboard. Dashboard is the most beautiful part of it. You will love it. You will start falling in love with Python. Okay. Why the old code? Use the new code. No, no, it will work for you. Don't worry. I've copied it exactly the same. I will also tell you how to debug in case the new code does not work, how it will run. Okay. So, guys, once I ran the backtest, it gave me some performance metrics. What are performance metrics? Whenever we perform a backtest, we want to see that whether the performance of the portfolio, how it has been, whether it has performed as per expectations, what has the result been, what has the drawdown been, as in the loss that we have suffered during the period. So in this case, and in this particular backtest, it says that your initial capital was $1 lakh. Your final equity is 1.16. So you've generated about 16% returns. Your win rate is this much, all of that. Now, with that, GPT automatically created a file for you to see all the trades. You have all the trades in front of you. Here you go. somebody was saying, I want to see it visually. You have the data for all these stocks now, and you can simply check whether they perform, like the backtest is right or not. Is there any condition which the AI has skipped? That is how I personally vet the backtest. You can't blindly rely on Claude. You can't blindly rely on any AI. The trades that it has generated, what we'll do is I'll show you the process also. Okay. Let's go to trading view. Okay. Let me open up trading view. What we'll do. mm, so let's open any chart. Let's open this particular stock, CEG. Okay. I don't even know what stock this is, but okay. Let's see the chart of it. Let's go to the daily time frame where we've written the backtest. Now, let's see when our entry was done. 2025, 113. Okay. Let's add a couple of moving averages that we have used. We used the 220 EMA. Another moving average that we used, average, simple moving average that we had. So I'll add the simple moving average. The simple moving average was, I think, 150. Let's use that. And let's see at what date we got an entry. So we have this file, trades.csv. The backtest shows that based on your conditions, all these stocks got selected for entry. And this is when the entry happened. This is when the exit happened. This was the entry price. This was the exit price. How many shares did we buy? What was the exit reason, the P&L, the returns, everything you get in front of you. You can see all these stocks live on chart now. And based on that, based on your analysis, you can improve the performance further. So let's see CEG as a sample. So entry date is 13th of January, 2025. Let's see 13 Jan 2025. So guys, 13th of January, where is it? Here we go. So as you know, the entry happens on the open of the next day. Signal we generate on one day and the entry happens on the next day. So that means if the entry happened on 13th January 25, the signal must have been on 10th January 25 on the closing price. Let's see this particular candle. I think we have a new 52-week high here, right? So the entry was fine. The moving averages are aligned. Your 150 is greater than your 220 EMA. I'm sure 50 SMA also must be somewhere here. So that means your price is above 50 SMA. That means the entry was perfectly done. You can similarly verify the same for the exit also. That will teach you, that will tell you, that will confirm to you whether entries and exits are happening as per our conditions or not. And what you need to do is you need to verify this for 5 or 6 stocks. If the conditions, the entry exits are all happening perfectly fine everywhere, that means your backtest is right. We had generated data from 2025 beginning. Let me see. You are right. Let me see the data here. Okay, so the data here is 2024 onwards. You need to download. He's right. Somebody's mentioned a very valid point that for generating 220-day EMA, you need at least data for 1 year. So that means if you want to generate signals from 2025, you need to have data from 2024. Okay, so guys, you can run it. Based on your you can do this back test, you can verify everything. If you want to directly code it in Pineview, you have the way to do it instead of writing the code in Python, as I taught you. Why not tell ChatGPT to do it for you in PineScript? It will be able to write the code for you. Now let's quickly move to the second bit of it. Okay, so this code over here has generated. You can simply run it like this. Now, I want to show you a very interesting bit, okay? And I want you to pay attention to this part because this will really help you filter stocks. This will like clearly tell you what stocks are moving in your favor, and you will see the power of Python right now. Now, what we want to do now is We want to build a dashboard. What is a dashboard? A dashboard is something of a front end, of a user interface, of, let's say, a web page that will show you that these particular stocks out of NASDAQ 100 are fulfilling all these conditions. So you know live what stocks are moving in your favor. You don't need to check 100 stocks. You don't need to see stocks of all these 100 scripts. You can simply run that dashboard and it will perform all the tasks for you and show you that these 100 stocks are fulfilling your conditions and you can take entries. So let's see how we can do that in Python. So what we'll do is want to create a dashboard to see to let's say fetch live data from Yahoo Finance and see the stocks which are fulfilling our strategy conditions. Okay, so we are creating a dashboard to see fetch data from Yahoo Finance and identify what all stocks are fulfilling our strategy conditions. Okay, write a code in Python to create a dashboard to visually to let's say see the data live. Let's hit enter. Simple. Nothing too complicated. So there is a extension, like I told you in Google Chrome, there is an extension called Streamlit. It says Streamlit only, which helps you build dashboards easily in Python. So it will write this code for you. You can see it's doing the task. It's moving ahead. It will take all your symbols from the CSV file. It will write the code for you. What is Yahoo Finance? Okay, and let's take this question. Yahoo Finance. Sorry, I'm writing this. Yahoo Finance. Okay. So Yahoo Finance is this website. Let's see what is Yahoo Finance. So Yahoo Finance is similar to Google Finance, but Yahoo Finance lets you download data using their API free of cost. And you can search for tickers here, like there's BTC. You can see all the charts, everything, every financial data is available over here. It's just that we can connect to Yahoo Finance using the Python code and we can directly download data from there. So guys, this will write the code. It will take a couple of minutes. I will write it down. Meanwhile, I will show you what the outcome of this is going to be. Okay. And one more thing, I told you how to debug. Okay. So somebody asked a very valid question. What if I copy paste a code from ChatGPT and the code does not work? It gives some error here. Let's say we had this backtest code, and let me just like add anything here. Let me run it. Okay. So the code did not run. It gave an error. Why? Because there was some issue over there. Now, how do you identify, how do you fix this particular error? Do not worry about it. You simply copy paste this output. You will see error over here. You simply copy paste this. You tell GPT error in code. Write simply this error in code, fix it. And in the next line, you copy paste this, hit enter. It will give you the new code fixing the issue. That's all. It's as simple as that. So let's see if the code is written. No, it will take some time. It's a longer code. So it takes 2-3 minutes. Meanwhile, to quench your curiosity, to show you what we are building, I will show you how the dashboard looks like. What exactly is a dashboard? So again, for dashboard, what you will do, you will create a new file. You will name it dashboard.py. Okay. And you will go to that file. You will copy paste the code from here. There is copy option. You paste it over there. And how do you run it now? Now, for Streamlit, for dashboards, of course, GPT will also tell you how to run it. I will show you in the end. You simply open the terminal. For me, I run the terminal, new terminal, or you can click the plus button over here. So I write Streamlit, run. It's a simple command. Don't worry about it being too technical, about not understanding it. You don't have to understand it. you just simply run this command, Streamlit run dashboard.py. So what it's doing is it's using Streamlit to run the dashboard.py file. Let's see how it looks like. On one prompt, it created a dashboard like this for you. I have not added anything. You guys can try it by yourselves. I have not added anything. I ran that prompt. I exactly copy pasted the code. I ran it. This is what you have in front of you. See how fantastic this is. And you really have to appreciate what AI can do it for you. So this is the NASDAQ 100 strategy monitor. There are 101 stocks. It shows that your entry is getting triggered on two setups. There are 32 stocks which are almost meeting your criteria. The last time it updated was 12/16. It will update it again for you. It shows stocks where all conditions are being met. It says ARM. Let's check ARM, whether this dashboard is right or not. Let's check ARM. So I'll move to the recent bit. So guys, you can see ARM is clearly meeting this condition. The stock is at a 52-week high. It's above the moving averages. The moving averages are aligned. Absolutely no problem. Okay. So another is AMD. Let's see what's happening with AMD. Again, the stock is moving higher. So do you see with the ease that you have in identifying setups, in identifying stocks, one click, one view, and you can see all the stocks in front of you. Another one is Intel. If somebody is of you is tracking semiconductor stocks, they are doing fantastic in the US market. So let's take Intel. What is the symbol name exactly? Let me go back. INTC. INTC. Again. So that means, and it's also telling you, you had all these conditions, right? Out of all these conditions, what all are getting ticked? So these conditions are getting ticked for you. These conditions are not getting met. You have everything in front of you. Now, whatever you want to build, whatever conditions, whatever customization you want to do, I know majority of us are trading in the Indian markets. So you would want to do this for NSE stocks. You have the way you can simply customize this dashboard for Indian stocks and have all this data available to you live during market hours. So one click and you can even download your scan results. So you have these stocks where all conditions are met. They filtered it for you. Whatever further customization you want, you can do that. Yes, every time you want to check the dashboard, you have to run this code. Like if I leave it running, it will keep running, but otherwise in the morning, you should run it once again. This is absolutely live. I think we have set a time after which it is updating. It will keep picking the data from Yahoo Finance. Also, because this is daily data, so I think it's picking once, but you can tell it. Let's say you have a condition where you need to check the price every few minutes. You can tell it, the code will do it for you. Don't worry about it. How to run the code for dashboard view, I will tell you once again. I will let me close this once. I will go back to VS Code. If you want to close a code, you can close it from here. These are your Python codes running. I can simply click the trash button. It will close. Now, we saw that, clicking on run runs the code for you. Let's try running this, but it will give you some error because it's a Streamlit code. So what we need to do is you just go to terminal, new terminal, you go to Streamlit, run dashboard.py. I am simply writing it for you. Let me not go too advanced. I am writing Streamlit, run, and the name of the file. So it will automatically open in the browser. It will download the data for you. It will show you. You can get all the data for NSE stocks using Yahoo Finance only. Let's see NSE 50 stocks. I think it should be available on the website, NSE 50 stocks list. It's available somewhere on the NSE website. Let's see. Okay, let's. Is there any application to be installed to use Streamlit? Yes, there is a dependency. I think let's see. Has it written the code? Yes, it's written the code. You can see at the end it tells you pip install Streamlit. It will give you the dependency like we installed Finance earlier. You simply copy paste this, run it in the terminal. It will install the dependencies for you. You do not need to install any other software. How do you run it? As I showed you, Streamlit run this. Guys, in case you have any doubts, you simply ask AI, how do I install Streamlit? Let's see. Run this in your terminal. If this does not work for you, you can do this. You can verify installation. You can run your dashboard, everything. Don't worry. In case you have any errors, just ask the AI. It will resolve it for you. Okay, going back, I'll quickly show you index constituent. I think this should give us Nifty 50 stocks list. Beautiful. We have the stocks list. This is what I was telling you. Our Indian indices are, our Indian exchanges are very good. What we did, we simply have this with us. You can save this file um, to a particular folder and you run the Yahoo Finance code on this. It will download the data for you. We have built a very dynamic kind of a data downloader. It is not that you can just download it for NASDAQ 100 stocks. You can download it for Nifty 50 stocks as well and run similar backtests on that. So, do you have any questions, any other doubts? I hope this helped you out a bit. It might be a little confusing at first because the concept is new, but with practice, it will be able to you'll be able to perform all of this. Eager to see backtest results? Yes, absolutely. I'm also eager to see. You guys can test it out on Indian stocks, how they function, what happens if you tweak the EMAs, what happens if you modify entry exit conditions, all of that. How do you automate the trade with this? See, automation you can do with Python is also that, like whatever codes that we are running on Python directly. And automation obviously is a little tricky, but not impossible. You tell GPT or you tell Claude to write the code for you, it will do it for you. Just that with automation, since real money is involved, you have to be careful that there is no messing up of trades. Should we need to download the data every morning? So no, data downloading, why you are doing the data downloading because you are testing a strategy on that data. Once you've downloaded the data for the past 5 years, you don't need to necessarily download it every other day. You download it every day or on a particular day only when you want to backtest that day's results or you want to see the performance till that particular day. Otherwise, you don't need to download every day. Browser can be Safari. You can have any browser because Safari is my default browser. That is why it opened here. Can you explain the backtest result? Absolutely. So backtest table has these particular columns. You have the symbol column. You have the entry date, exit date, when the entry happened, when the exit happened. You have the entry price. You have the exit price. At what rate did the entry happen as per the backtest? If you go back to that date, this was the price on that date. And the exit price, let's say there was a 15% stop loss. So 15% below this particular price, this was the price at which we exited. You bought these many shares because we were allocating $10,000. This is the P&L, this is the return. You held the trade for 43 days. You held some for 200 days. So all of that. And you have one more thing called equity curve. Now, equity curve, I'll quickly explain what it is. Let's say you started with $1 lakh. On the next trade, you made 5,000. On the next, you made 5,000 again. So your portfolio or your capital grows to 1 lakh 5, 1 lakh 10. Then you get a loss of 10,000. So your capital comes back to 1 lakh. Now you again get a profit. So this movement of your portfolio, of your capital, is called the equity curve. So it shows you how your capital is growing or decreasing over a period of time. How to connect API to brokers? You can connect via the Kite API. You can also download data for NSE stocks using the Kite API. You can do it directly via Python itself. Yahoo Finance works for Indian stocks. Absolutely, it does. Okay, so recently you can do it for futures and options. Absolutely. You have the process with you. You can backtest for any index, any stock, any asset, any commodity. You can do it. Not a problem. Is there a tool for optimization of strategy? Yes, you are thinking right. You tell GPT, I want to optimize it. I want to run it across 10 parameters. It will do it for you. Okay, so I think, Sharan, I hope this was useful.
No, I think this was very useful. Guys, what did you guys think? You asked me, I want some complicated stuff. Teach me algo trading. Teach me how to use AI in trading. How was it? Is your mind blown? How has the learning been in the last 1.5 hours? I want an honest opinion from you guys. Write in as many words as possible. How are you guys currently feeling right now? Mind blown. Amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Bouncer. Eye opener. So, do you guys finally see that trading is not easy? It is not as easy as it's made to be sound on social media. What professional trading looks like? Are you also able to see that the future of trading is changing? It is not how it was before. It was not like, I have some three, four trading terminals in
Yeah.
front of me and entire day I'm just clicking some buttons. Automation has taken over the world of trading. And if you are doing manual trading, do you think you can beat people like Arjun who are on the other side of the screen? Right? Because
You can beat me. Yeah. But yes, Sharan has a very important point to make, that we are living in an era where, you have an assistant who is very capable, who you basically have access to super intelligence of
right,
sorts. Okay. Why not take advantage of that? You remember a time like 5 years back, Sharan, I'm sure you must have done all of this. The analysis that we used to do it by hand, by,
yes,
preparing Excel files, downloading data manually.
right,
Imagine the kind of time you are saving, right? In the time that we used to build one strategy, now we can build 10 strategies. You can
right.
optimize stuff for you, and you don't have to, somebody said luck, you don't have to go blind in the markets, you don't have to rely completely on luck. You can test things out, you can let data validate your thoughts and take decisions based on what data is saying. So, it's all of this is really helpful, and I would really suggest all of you to test all these things out. I know this is new and it's going to take some practice, but what does not take practice? To learn any skill, you have to put in the hours, you have to like try it out, you have to test things out. So all of that you have to do, but I have shown you in this 1 hour that it is not impossible. You have learned so much in this 1 hour.
Yeah.
If you put in the time, you will be able to crack this. Not a problem.
Also, guys, I'll add a couple of things here. So, whatever Arjun taught you was not easy, right? It is something that we teach, in the month three of our Bombay
Yeah.
Trading School program. And even if you did not understand half of the things, please don't feel bad, because it was genuinely a very advanced topic that I wanted you guys to learn so that you know what is possible today. So, my question to you guys is very simple now. How many of you all want to continue this journey of learning? Because 2 days is not going to make any difference in your trading skills. So, how many of you all want to continue this journey for the next 3 months? Yes, it's a 100-day program which is needed to actually create a meaningful change in your skill set. So, my simple question is, how many of you all want to continue this journey? If you feel like this is too tough for you, you can't do this, you can drop off. Not a problem. But if you feel like this is very interesting, this is what the world is heading to, and you want to master this as a skill set, as some of the few people in India who can master this skill set, continue listening to me, and I will tell you exactly how we can help you. People who joined yesterday, I had rolled out an application form for our Bombay Trading School program. How many of you all filled that application form? Please write yes or no in the chat section, please. Right. Yes, 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 yes. Those who did not fill it, would you like to fill it now? Because I will open up the application form once again if you would like to fill it up right now. Or those who did not attend yesterday, and if you want to apply for Bombay Trading School, now is your chance to tell me, and I will send you that form. Fantastic. So, Aman, could you please drop that application form again? for those people who could not fill it yesterday and want to fill it right now. It just takes 1 minute. And while you're doing that, I will talk to you about what the Bombay Trading School program is. But before that, let's talk about why you want to join it. So this should be your purpose. Can you learn how to trade while continuing a full-time job? Now, I'm not here to tell you leave your jobs and come learn to trade. That's very risky. Even Arjun did not do that immediately, right? He was working while learning how to trade. And then eventually, once he got confident, he shifted fully to being a full-time trader. And today he does that full-time job. But the step one is to learn how to do it while having a full-time job. So if you could do that in the next 3 months, how much additional wealth do you think you can create? Why don't you drop it in the chat section? How much additional income do you think you can generate if you could learn how to trade while doing a full-time job? Prajwal is saying at least 1 lakh a month. Ritesh is saying 50,000 to 1 lakh. Anirudh is saying 1 lakh a month. Apurav is saying 1 to 2 lakhs a month. Anand is saying 1 lakh. Ramesh is saying 50,000. Harjot is saying 2 to 3 lakhs a month. Who is this? Someshwar is saying 20 lakhs a month. I don't know what kind of capital is he sitting on. Probably 5 crores like Arjun. But there's a lot of different kinds of answers, which completely depends on how much capital you have. And I don't want you to feel like, okay, if I don't have X amount of money, then I can't learn how to do this. See, my motivation for you is that can you start with at least 10,000 rupees a month of investing? Because in the beginning, you do not have that confidence to deploy all your money, and you shouldn't do it also. In the beginning, it's about learning how to trade with small amounts of money, and then gradually you increase it as your confidence increases. So the whole point of Bombay Trading School is to help you guys build a second source of income, not dependent on others. In the next 3 to 4 years, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how many jobs are going to remain. I don't know how many people will still continue to do what they're doing. But I want all of you guys to have a backup plan. Backup plan is, can I still generate some income with my own money, with my own skill set, which is not dependent on working for somebody else? That is the whole purpose of Bombay Trading School, that can we create a backup source of income in our life? Because I'm sure 99% of you have only one source of income. And when some of the biggest tech companies in the world are laying off thousands of people, it should be an alarming bell for all of us that the worst has not even begun. So you have 3 choices in front of you right now, guys. Choice number 1, do nothing and hope for the best. Choice number 2, learn trading by yourself, which is something I would really, really encourage all of you guys to do. If you do not want to take somebody's help, at least do it by yourself. Or choice number 3, learn trading live with SEBI registered research analyst for the next 100 days. Which option do you want to select? 1, 2, or 3? All right, I think 3 is the popular answer. So welcome to the Bombay Trading School, guys. This is a completely online program. You can study this from the comfort of your home. We only do weekend classes, Saturdays and Sundays, just like how you attended yesterday and today. Same fashion, Saturdays and Sundays, 3 hours, both Saturdays and Sundays, you will be learning. And this will go on for the next 12 weeks, which is 3 months, Saturdays and Sundays. Starting next week itself, you will be studying. So it will be a total of 100 hours of learning from some of the best traders in the country who have gathered for you guys. So how many of you all want to start this journey for the next 100 days? Can I get a big yes in the chat section if you want to begin this journey in the next 100 days and completely change the way you start trading? I love the response, guys. I love it. Amazing. And don't worry, guys, in case you miss any of the classes, you will get all the recordings. Do not worry about that. And in case you have any emergencies in your life, you can always switch to another batch for free of cost. Right? You don't have any tension on that front. We keep it very, very flexible in terms of timings, in terms of classes. And Bombay Trading School also has one-on-one doubt clearance sessions whenever you have any doubts. So we'll be very, very patient with all of you guys to answer all your doubts and questions with respect to your own trading journey. So you get 3 guaranteed results. What are these results? Guarantee number 1, we will help you build a second source of income. So once the 3 months is over, you will be in a position to generate a second source of income for yourself. Guarantee number 2, we don't just teach you. Because we are also having a SEBI registered research analyst license, we also give you the stock recommendations to you on a monthly basis so that you can start trading with our own research. So this is completely under our SEBI license, and we work with a lot of SEBI registered research analysts to give you the stock recommendations from their own research while you learn how to do it yourself. The third guarantee is that if you do not like the first 2 classes, so next Saturday and Sunday, the classes will start. This is the April cohort. If you do not like the first 2 classes, you can drop out and get 100% refund guarantee. Is this clear? Does this ensure that there is zero risk from your end? Can I get a yes or no in the chat section, please? That if you do not like the first 2 classes, you can drop out and get your full 100% refund back. Amazing. Amazing. Don't worry, guys. I'll come to the cost. Don't worry. Just let me explain the program first before I talk about the price. So who is this for? If you're a salaried person looking to create another source of income from your savings, then this program is for you. Or if you're a business owner who's sitting on some capital in your capital reserves in your company, which is generally making 0% interest in its current account, then this is for you. And there is no age restriction as such. Our youngest student is 15 years old and our oldest student is 60 plus years old. And there is no country restriction as well, because we not just teach for Indian markets, we teach for US market as well. So whether you're in India, Australia, America, London, it doesn't matter. And we are very flexible with your time availability as well. So we'll give you, multiple time slots in case you are not from India. So these are the results that we'll be working on. Result number 1, you will master swing trading and FNO with the help of AI. You will also learn how to automate these trades with the help of algo trading, which Arjun gave you a trailer of today. Obviously, there's a lot more to do. There's an entire month only dedicated on algo trading. Obviously, 1 hour is not enough to, understand everything. Next, you will also get stock recommendations from our SEBI registered research analyst. So this will come with the complete buy price, sell price, target price, everything will be given to you. Then how do you minimize your losses? How do you take care of risk management in your portfolio, which is very important? Like Arjun said, he ensures that his stop loss is less than 1%, right? So what are those risk management strategies that we can teach you? All of that will be covered. You can ask unlimited questions to our experts by switching on your camera, switching on your mic, and ask questions unlimited number of times for the next 100 days. And obviously, the whole purpose of all of this is to achieve financial freedom faster. So now I'll go into the curriculum so that you know exactly what you'll be learning every week. And guys, I don't want you to feel like, hey, is this right for me? I'm a beginner. I do not understand finance. I have not even traded a single day in my life. I've never even purchased a stock. It doesn't matter, because week 1 is starting from the absolute ABCD of stock market investing. We will imagine that you are a first standard student, 10 years old, and you don't know anything about finance. It starts from that kind of basics, right? So you'll understand what is the anatomy of a trade, what is market order, what is limit order, what is stop loss, what is trailing stop loss. So how do you look at market sentiment? How do you understand when some news comes out, how does it affect your portfolio? So we will be understanding the foundations, because what happens is that if we immediately get to the technicals, right, we will have to explain everything again in terms of every basic terminology. I don't want that to be the learning experience that you have, because when we go to the advanced levels, we will be teaching fast. So when I use some term, you know exactly what that term means. I don't have to explain it again and again, which is why we have a complete foundation program on week 1 itself to cover all the basics. What are candlesticks? How much capital to start with? A lot of people ask this question. Sharan, I make this kind of income. How much should I start with when I start my trading journey? How do you identify support and resistance zones? So all of these things will be covered in week number 1. And outcome is very important. In the end of week 1, you will learn how to place a market or limit order, How do you set up stop loss? How do you use trailing stop loss? How do you manage risk? And you'll also be getting access to some of our proprietary tools. We have something known as the Prism AI tool, which you'll be getting access to within week 1. See, guys, if you're not using AI in your trading journey, if you're not using automations in your trading journey, you've already lost the game because somebody else is using it. And if somebody else is using it, they have an edge over you. And always remember, guys, trading is a game where some people win and some people lose. It's a transfer of wealth from people who know and people who don't know. So it's not like everybody will win. So if some people have an edge, they will beat you. As simple as that. And like I told you guys, we have a lot of student testimonials. So for example, this is a person named Jitendra Puri, who's a senior director and he's an HR. He's more than 50 years old. This is an entrepreneur named Nitish, who was a doctor first, then started a business and then now learned how to trade. So we have a lot of student testimonials because we've taught more than 3,000 people since we began. Week number 2 is where we use candlestick patterns. We will be teaching you everything from the basics. What is head and shoulders? What is triangles and pennants? What is flags and wedges? So that you understand the theory before we go into the practical implementation. Right? So when the teacher suddenly says, okay, this is a doji pattern, it doesn't have to explain again, okay, what is doji? You already know what it is. How do you understand market gap ups and gap downs? How do you learn about market liquidity? And what is the trading psychology that you need? You know, Arjun made a very interesting point. He said that I can reveal what I do. You can copy my trades. You can copy my exact setup. You can actually copy paste my prompt. But if you don't have the right psychology, if you don't understand the risk that you're taking, and if you do not understand what to expect from the market, no matter how much spoon feeding we do, you will still end up losing money. Right? So that's a very important thing which most people don't talk about, because your psychology will be your biggest enemy if you do not understand how it works. If you do not understand how your mind works when it comes to making a loss, and you will make loss. It is impossible to not make a loss when it comes to trading. And guys, we have a lot of teachers that we have empaneled, and these are SEBI registered research analysts. These are people whose full-time job is to trade. These are working for some of the largest banks in the country, Kotak Bank, ICICI Bank. And these people have been teaching for decades. Their full-time job is to trade hundreds of crores of capital. That's their 9 to 5. And on weekends, they teach people like you. So rest assured, the people who you'll be learning from are people who do this 9 to 5 as their full-time job. So if they don't know how to trade, they don't get their income. So you'll be learning from people like that. Not just that, I also have the privilege of calling some of the best industry experts, people who manage money for HNIs, ultra HNIs in Mumbai. So I keep calling people like that to come and give you some sessions as well. Week number 3 is where you finally become a pro swing trader. What you'll be learning? You'll be learning RSI, MACD, moving averages, volume analysis, Fibonacci retracement. And what is the outcome? You will actually make your first trade in this week. You will integrate multiple technical signals into making your trade. Not just that, we will also help you set up your AI. It could be anything. We will be teaching on Claude or OpenAI, which is ChatGPT. And how do you connect your DMAT account with AI so that you understand exactly what are the mistakes that you are making without actually having to open the trading terminal. Because you can prompt AI to ask exactly what are your biases, what are the mistakes that you're doing, what could have been done better in the last few days. So all of that you will get to know in week number 3. Week number 4, we go more advanced. Like, guys, if you think this is going to be easy, please don't join. This is going to be tough. Like Arjun said, trading is one of the toughest careers to make money. If you know how to do it, you will make a lot of money. But if you think that this is going to be easy, I'll do one prompt and automatic money will happen, it's not that easy. Right? And we will do our 100%, 200% to teach you all the things that we know. You can ask unlimited number of questions. But if you don't put in that effort, nobody can help you. Please remember that. So week number 4 is where we teach you something known as Ichimoku and harmonics. Right? So what is this Ichimoku cloud to identify momentum? What are these harmonic patterns to identify opportunities during market correction? And all of these things will be taught to you by people who've been doing it for years and years. And as you've realized, these things, not a lot of people talk on social media because these are tough to do. And when few people can do it, you have an edge, because if few people are doing the same, if everybody is doing the same thing, your edge is gone. But if you are doing things which very few people can do, you have the edge. And guys, like I told you, this is all weekend classes. You don't have to worry about timings. You don't have to worry about your 9 to 7 timings, nothing. Saturdays and Sundays we'll be teaching. And if you miss any class, you will get recordings. Week number 5, somebody was asking, will you teach FNO? Absolutely. There will be futures and options as well. What is a future? What is an option? What is call? What is put? What are Greeks? So all of these things will be taught. And how do you use certain option trading strategies like long call and long put, short call and short put, straddles and strangles, bull and bear. So everything will be taught in a very practical manner by opening the chart and showing you live by the teacher. Everything will be shown to you live. Then obviously we have advanced option strategies. We have something known as the butterfly strategy, the iron condor strategy, advanced spread strategy, payoff graph strategy. So all of these things will be taught to you. And finally, it comes to backtesting, because learning how to do it manually is great, but learning how to backtest those strategies and automating it is what is the final outcome of the Bombay Trading School. This is where we differentiate ourselves from anybody else in India right now, because we believe that it is very important to learn how to automate that you do, especially for people like you who are busy, because you're not going to be able to do this full time. I can't ask you to just quit your job and do this full time, right? So you need a system which doesn't require a lot of your time. And that is only possible with the help of algo trading and AI. And you got a glimpse of it today. But imagine going through all of what Arjun taught in a very detailed curriculum over one whole month. Because at the end of the day, if you do not deploy these algos, what's the point? What's the point of just learning if you cannot implement it and actually deploy these algos to make money while you sleep? So, and at the end, guys, like I told you, it is sort of like going back to school. That's why we call it the Bombay Trading School. This is not a Netflix show. And at the end of it, there is going to be an exam. We call it the Trading Olympia. And all of you all will be trading with each other, competing with each other for 30 whole days. And we will evaluate you based on returns, your risk management, and your emotional control. And after that, there will be a graduation ceremony in our Mumbai office. And the top 3 people will get a certificate from us with a picture with our faculty. Right? So this is the entire program, guys. So how many of you all are absolutely excited about joining this program? I want to once again hear you say yes in the chat section, please. I love it. I love it. But that's not it, guys. I've not even started talking about the bonuses. Because bonus number 1, like I told you, daily doubt clearance, unlimited number of times with our mentors during the entire period of the program. Completely included in the Bombay Trading School program. You can ask, even in the middle of the week, you can ask questions, because you will have questions. As I'm sure you have hundreds of questions right now. You will also be added to our Telegram community. This is our SEBI registered Telegram community, where Shashank himself will be coming and posting every single day. You will also be getting trading calls every single day, not just for the Indian market, but for the US market as well. And there are already 3,000 past students in this community. This is included in the Bombay Trading School, absolutely for free of cost for all our students. This is a 1-year access. So Bombay Trading School is a 3-month program, but you will be part of this Telegram community for 12 months. Like I told you, we will also give you stock recommendations. This is the format that it will look like. You will get to know what is the buying range, what is the target price, what is the stop loss, what is the time duration. So even in the beginning, if you are a beginner, you will still be getting expert advice from people who've been doing it for years and years. And for those of you who have never started investing in the US market, please start doing it. And we will help you set up a US trading account as well with our partner, Vested. And even after the Bombay Trading School program is done, which is 3 months, after that, there is an additional 3 months where you can still ask unlimited questions to our faculty. Now, why is this important? Because let's say graduation is over, you got your certificate, you put on LinkedIn, hooray, but then the real work starts. Then you actually start trading full time, right? And then you're like, oh shit, now I have a doubt. What do I do? Which is why we give an additional 3 months of support to all our students. And we do not stop these sessions until every single person's question is answered. So this is very important so that we actually ensure that you're successful once the program is done. And at the end, like I told you, a graduation ceremony in our Mumbai office where you'll get a certificate, you'll get to meet the other people who've been studying with you. And obviously, it's a fun day where you get to talk and interact with our faculty members and make some new friends of the students that you'll be part of in this program. And guys, yesterday we sent the application form and we got more than 500 responses. But to ensure the quality of the program is top notch, we will only be accepting 50 students, which is 50. We only take 50 students every month because we give that, that one-on-one support to all the students. So if I take 500 students, I'm not going to be able to give you the quality. So we only have a small batch of 50 students every month, and that's it. Right? And I will tell you how to get in also right now. It will be first come, first serve basis. So this is what you get, guys, all the things put together. 10 weeks Bombay Trading School online, completely from the comfort of your home. You can sit and study. 3 months group calls and daily doubt clearance for unlimited questions. 12 months access to the Telegram community, which is a SEBI registered community. 12 months stock recommendations as well. Depending on the market conditions, you might get a lot of stock recommendations, like 5 to 10. But if the markets are bad, you might get no recommendations, right? It's also important to know when to not trade, right? And that is the kind of guidance you'll be getting in that Telegram community. Then, like I told you, free US account opening, and then 3 months of extra Q&A support as well for your doubts and questions after the program is completed. You'll also get a membership of our 1% club if you don't have it already. And there is a graduation ceremony at the end to end the whole program. So the total value of all of these things, if you had to buy it individually, would be 4 lakh rupees. Now, let me change the game and add one more bonus to make this a complete no-brainer for all of you guys. What if I told you that all the things that you will be learning in the Bombay Trading School, 100 hours of learning, you will get access to all of those recordings, not for 1 year, not even for 2 years, not even for 5 years. Even in the year 2050, if you have doubts and questions, you will have access to all of those recordings for your whole life, which means you will never feel lost for your entire life because all the learnings that you got in this next 3 months, you will have lifetime access to all of these recordings. Right? This is our way of ensuring that you are never lost. Like once you become our alumni, once you become a Bombay Trading School alumni, I don't want you guys to get lost in the future because your proficiency and your success is our reputation. So if you are making mistakes in the future, our reputation is at line. So we want to ensure that all the things that you'll be learning from us, you will have access to it for your whole life because you become our ambassadors. You become our proof of success for as long as we are alive, right? So I want to ensure that you have lifetime access to all the learnings that we spoke about. So the class timings is 2:30 to 5:30. This is for the April cohort. Now, if you are not available during this time for whatever reason, let's say you're outside of India, whatever, you can request your mentor to add you to a different batch as well, right? And in case you miss any of the classes, you will get lifetime access to the recordings. And in case you, let's say you miss 3 weeks because of some emergency, whatever the emergency may be, maybe let's say you have an upcoming wedding or you have, a hospitalization, you can request your mentor to add you to the next batch for free of cost. In any time in the future, anytime in the future, you can request your mentor to add you to a future batch for absolutely free of cost. And anytime we come up with a new thing in Bombay Trading School, let us say right now we are teaching algo trading, in the future we come up with something new, which is more advanced. You will have access to all of that also. And you will be invited for that as well for free of cost once you become our student. Is everybody clear on all the things that Bombay Trading School is and all the flexibility that we offer in our program? If yes, I can proceed to the next stage when it comes to the pricing. Give me a yes or no in the chat section if everybody is clear about the Bombay Trading School program. Amazing. Now let's come to the price. So guys, I will keep it very simple. Your entire life, you have studied from LKG, first standard, second standard, 10th standard, and whatever degree you did. That's for creating one source of income in your life. So whatever job you do today, software engineer, lawyer, doctor, chartered accountant, consultant, whatever it is you do today, how much money have your parents spent on? Do you know that number? Do you know how much money has your parents invested in you to make you who you are today, to create that one job that you have today? Do you know the number? I'm sure most of you might not know it because you didn't pay for it. Your parents spent on your education. Okay, Prajwal, 10 lakhs. Ritesh, 2.5 lakhs. Naveen, more than 10 lakhs. Siddharth is saying zillions. Sagar, 20 lakhs. Mahesh is saying 1.5 crore. He must be a doctor. Sandeep, 40 lakhs. Amit, 50 lakhs. Chirag, 25 lakhs. Radha, 10 lakhs. Ratib, 3 lakhs. Tanmay, 30 lakhs. Rahul, 3 lakhs. So I want to ask you guys, was it worth it? Whatever money your parents spent on your education, was it worth it seeing where you are today in your first source of income today? Yes or no? And there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just asking you, whatever money your parents invested in you, was it worth it to be who you are today, having whatever income you have today? Yes, 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 absolutely worth it. Why are you saying yes? Can somebody say, why are you saying yes? No, because their parents know. Because it was a life skill. Exactly, Someshwara. They help you create your parents invested money in you to help you create a lifelong skill. It is not about how much money they spent on you. It's about what you became out of it and how much skills you have created out of it, which is helping you generate income today. And it is not a 1-year income. It is a lifelong income because your skills keep compounding and your parents built the foundation for you. Would you agree with me on that or not? Give me a yes or no in the chat section if you agree with me on that. That the amount of money that your parents invested in you helped you build the foundation for a skill set which is continuing to compound even today, which is helping you bring in that monthly salary today. So let us continue from that. And now let me ask you. Now the ball is in your court. Your parents are gone. Now it's in your court. Do you want to now reinvest in yourself to build another kind of skill set which can open a second source of income? That is the question you need to ask yourself, and ask how much are you willing to reinvest in yourself. Now, the Bombay Trading School, if you ask me, if I add up all of these things, comes to 4 lakhs plus GST. Now, I don't want to charge this kind of a fee, even though I feel like it's more than worth it for the lifelong skills you're going to build. But our mission at the 1% Club is to make it as affordable as possible for every single one of you. Because we believe that when you're learning the new age life skills for making money, it is something that should be affordable for every single one of us. Because the stock market of India belongs to everybody. All of us have access to the stock market of India. But very few people know how to make money out of it. So that is the bridge that we want to solve. And that is why we want to keep it at a fee which is affordable for every single one of you. Can I get a quick show of hands? How many of you all think 2 lakh plus GST is absolutely worth it for all the things that we are teaching at the Bombay Trading School, which will help you build lifelong skills? Give me a quick yes or no in the chat section. Worth it, worth it. Yes, yes, yes. I see a few no's as well, but I see a lot of yeses as well. But let me tell you guys. Sri Karthik has given the right answer. Trust me, guys, I know, Sharon, that is not the final fee. Sri Karthik, you're right, because I want to make it even more affordable. This is not the fee. And yes, whatever the fee is, guys, let me remind you once again, you will continue only if you like the first 2 classes. Which means, let's say even after paying 2 lakhs, which is the price which is there on our website, by the way, right now, which is what people are paying when they come on our website. Even after making that full payment, if you are like, Sharon, I don't like it, you can drop out and get your full 100% refund back. But today is different. I want to make it something which is very, very special for you guys. I don't want to charge you this kind of fee. I'm not even going to charge you half of this fee. I'm going to make it so affordable that every single one of you can afford it. When I go to the next slide, guys, the first 50 students will be selected. Like I told you, we have gotten more than 500 applications, but we have a strict criteria of only accepting 50 students every month. So when we go to the next slide, I will drop the final payment link and the first 50 students will be accepted. I hope you guys are ready. 3, 2, 1, go. The final price of the Bombay Trading School, guys, is just 84,499. And right now, you just have to pay 6,499 as your initial deposit. This is the application fee that you are paying. We will go through your application form if you pay the 6,499 first deposit. If you are accepted, you will be invited for the onboarding ceremony today at 6 p.m. sharp, where you can make the rest of the payment through a 12-month no-cost EMI plan. So let's say you make 6,499 right now. The balance of 84,499 minus 6,499 is 78,000 rupees. That balance 78,000 rupees will be split into 12-month no-cost EMI plan, which means you have to pay 0% interest. And from your end, every month in your bank statement, just 6,499 gets deducted, which means there is completely no risk from your end, because even if you don't like it, you can ask for 100% refund. The link has been put on the chat section, guys. You can click this link. Yeah, thank you, Siddharth. I love you too. Can we pay in EMI? Absolutely, Niyati, you can pay in EMI. Not right now. Right now, all you have to do is make the 6,499 deposit payment. Think of this like your application fee. Because once you make this 6,499 payment, I will go through your applications, which you have filled already. And only if you are selected, you will be invited for the 6 p.m. onboarding call today. If you are not accepted, you will get a full 100% refund of the 6,499. I hope everybody understood how the application works, and only the first 50 students will be accepted. So this is my personal email ID, guys. So if you have any doubts, any questions, anything that you have, you can please save this email ID with you, and you can directly send me an email and I will respond to it. Please put your WhatsApp number, because this is where you will be added in our WhatsApp community in the next stage. And very simple, guys, there is a UPI payment option. You can scan this QR code. Once you make this payment, your application process starts. We will go through your applications, and then 6 p.m. we will call you once again for the onboarding call. I hope this is absolutely a no-brainer for all of you guys. And I want to be it like this because I want you to have zero risk. Let me remind once again, this 6,499 is 100% refundable. You can cancel anytime. 6,499, if you change your mind, you can get 100% refund, right? If you are accepted, you come today in the 6 p.m. onboarding call. You complete the rest of the payment, which is 78,000 rupees split into 12 months. You attend the first 2 classes, which is next Saturday and Sunday. After that also, if you don't like it, please request a full refund. You will get it. So I hope this ensures in your head that there is zero risk from your end, because if you don't like it, what's the point of continuing, right? I want you to enjoy it. Trading should be enjoyable, because if you don't enjoy it, then you will not make money out of it. As simple as that. You only make money in things that you enjoy. If it feels like a chore, then you will not make money out of it. Perfect. UPI option is also there. I told you, Sashi, this is the UPI option. You can scan this QR code, and this is how the payment will go through. And then a WhatsApp group link will open up like this, and you can join the WhatsApp community. And then this is how it works. Right? Very simple step right now, guys. No, nothing complicated. The rest of the payment can be done later in the onboarding call. Fantastic. So guys, I would love for all the people who have joined to say I have joined in the chat section. And before you do it, guys, please select the drop down to everyone. So there is a blue button. Select everyone. Right now it is probably written host and panelist for you. Select the drop down to everyone so that my team also can see who are the people who have submitted the application form. because you will get a call back as well from my team. If there are any questions that you may have, they might give you a call back. So please select the drop down to everyone and say I have joined in the chat section so that my team also can see who are the people who are interested to begin the Bombay Trading School journey. Fantastic. I love it. Please send the link. It has already been sent, Madhu. Aman, a lot of people are complaining that they're not able to see the link. Can you please drop that? Fantastic. Yeah, my email ID for all of you guys, I will put it again over here. Please use this email ID. I work on Saturdays and Sundays as well. So I will respond ASAP. Fantastic. Mudla Muri, the 50 seats will be finalized in the 6 p.m. onboarding call, because right now you just paid the application fee. 6 p.m. you will get to know if you are selected or not. Right now you're just paying the application fee, which is 100% refundable if you are not selected. In the 6 p.m. onboarding call, you will get to know if you are selected or not. I hope that answers your question. This is not a guarantee of selection. Paying 6499 doesn't guarantee you getting selected. Selection is based on your ability to join and complete the program. That's why we have the application form. The application form has some basic questions like how much trading capital you can deploy, what is your income, what is your monthly investment capability, all of that. And don't feel bad if you don't get selected. You can always reapply. Perfect. Where to get the recording? So Ashank, what we will do, once the session is over, we will be on for another 20 minutes. Once the session is over, the recordings of both day 1 and day 2 will be given to you in your existing WhatsApp community. Along with that, whatever prompts which Arjun used today, and whatever Shashank used yesterday, we will put that in a beautiful document for you guys. But my only request is don't blindly copy them, because there is a risk of just blindly copying somebody, because those strategies will eventually stop working, because if everybody is doing the same thing, eventually the strategies stop working. So my only request to you is right now you can use it, but try to upskill yourself. If you're a part of Bombay Trading School, you don't have to worry. But if you feel like Bombay Trading School right now, the commitment is too much for you, then at least upskill yourself by yourself and don't just blindly copy somebody else. I hope that sort of sets the expectation for everybody over here. Where will we get the application form? Aman, can you drop the application form again? I think a lot of people still haven't filled the application form. So please drop it again. And guys, if you do not fill the application form, obviously you're automatically rejected, because I have to first see your application before I accept you. Durgesh, I am attending from Canada. Can I join in the next batch? Yes, Durgesh, you can join it right now by completing the full payment, because the price will change in the future. And you can request your mentor to say that, hey, I want to join from next month. Can you please move me to the next batch? And we will do it for no additional cost. But if you want to get in at this price, which is 84,499, now is the time to pay, because the actual price, if I show you on the website, is 2 lakh plus GST. So if you go to our official website, it's 2 lakhs plus GST. So if you want to lock in at the current price of 84,499, you can pay now, and then you can start whenever you want. Next month, 2 months, 3 months later, very, very flexible that way. But if you're very impatient and you want to start immediately, next Saturday only we start. So next Saturday is the first class. Fantastic. All right. This is completely online, guys. We don't have offline classes because we have people from 100 different cities. So it is unfair to just keep a class in Bombay. How many people can actually come to Bombay every week, right? It's not possible. So we've kept it completely online. And it goes on for 3 hours, Saturdays and Sundays each. It goes on for 3 hours each. And there are doubt clearance sessions in the middle of the week as well. And obviously, at the graduation ceremony, you can come to our office, which happens after 3 months. But offline classes are not there for those of you who wanted offline classes. And obviously, if it's offline, the cost also would have been very high, right? It will not be at this price. What if I'm not getting selected? Sagar, if you're not getting selected, you will get 100% refund. Niyati, the EMI is divided monthly. So how it works, this 6499 is like your first installment. The remaining out of 13. So how it works is 84,499 divided by 13 is 6499, right? So first one you're paying right now, 6499. The remaining 12 will be converted into a no cost EMI, for which you will need to have credit cards. Now, the applicable credit card list has also been sent to you in that WhatsApp community that you'll be joining. So please ensure that you have one of those credit cards. If not, ask your friends and family. And if you do not want to pay credit card, that's fine. You can make a full payment as well on UPI or on a debit card bank transfer as well. And today, if you don't have a credit card, you can make the full payment today, and in the future we can convert it into a no cost EMI as well. Whenever you get a credit card which is accepted by us. We accept almost all credit cards except for a few, and that list will be shared with you in the WhatsApp group. Maybe Aman, you can also share the list of the credit cards here in the chat section so that people know what are the applicable credit cards. Yes, Sachit, this is the final prize for the 1% Club members as well. Because as you can see on the website, we have a 2 lakh plus GST. But because you're a 1% Club member, you're getting it at this price. It doesn't go lower than this because there's a lot of effort and energy which goes into it. And it's a very closed group, only 50 people. So we really put a lot of effort. 100 hours you'll be getting in terms of the learning. So this is the bare minimum price that we can offer it at, to make it economically sustainable for us as well, because we want to give you the world-class experience that you deserve, which is not available in India right now. And we get the best of the best teachers. And obviously these teachers who we bring in, are expensive as well, right? So we want to give you the best in class live teaching experience on charts, right? So, and that costs a lot of money for us. I have filled this form yesterday. Do I need to fill it again? No, Shobit. It's the same form. You don't have to fill it again. Arup, I want intraday trading. Arup, we will be doing FNOs as well. So intraday is going to be part of FNO. So there is a complete module on that, Arup. So if you can see here. Yeah. So we have FNO as well over here. So intraday will also be covered in the part of the curriculum, Arup. I can only attend on Sundays. Will it work for me? Yes, Tilak. Obviously, Saturdays you will get the recordings. So you will miss half of the classes, but recordings will be given to you and you will have lifetime access to those recordings. And you can also come for doubt clearance sessions in the middle of the week. And after the program is over, you can also attend additional 3 months of doubt clearance sessions. And if you are ready to study for 6 months, you can also request your mentor to say, can you add me to the classes that I missed? So full flexibility for you, Tilak. You don't have to worry. Ram Kumar, I have no knowledge of Python. So I think, Arjun, are you here?
Yes, Sharan, I'm here.
Yeah, so there is a question because a lot of people who don't come from a computer science background, they have this fear that when you use the word Python, people get scared, right? So can you talk a little bit about how is it possible for non-technical people also to learn how to code today in the world of AI? So can you talk about your experience as well?
So basically, I understand that, when you hear about the term coding, you hear about the term Python programming, it sounds like it's too technical for me, and I won't be able to learn it. But trust me that whatever we've built, the way of teaching is that even in case you have never heard of Python before, you'll be able to learn Python. That is the way we teach, that we cover everything right from the basics. And see, the aim is not to become software engineers. The aim is to use Python for market data analysis. The aim is to use it to automate our trading strategies, to connect with brokers, to download data, to backtest strategies. So we will be covering everything that you require to trade live in the markets and to build and analyze data. So do not worry if you've never coded before. We will cover everything from scratch, from basics, and assume that you have no knowledge about programming.
Fantastic. I hope that answers your question, guys. Even if you have zero understanding of programming, you can still learn how to code. And in fact, I'm a mechanical engineer and I use Claude Code to code these days, and I create websites and so many other things. So the excuse now saying that I have not studied coding, I have not studied computer science is now gone, because today it's like speaking English.
Yeah.
If you can speak English, you can code today, right? Obviously, it's not that simple, which is why there's an entire 1 month dedicated for it. So you don't have to worry about it, right? And guys, this is like a proper school, right? Like, think of it this way. When you went to school, you did not know ABCD, you did not know English. You figured it out, right? You studied, and now you can speak English. In a similar way, we will be teaching you like you are actually a part of a classroom. And in that classroom, you get to ask questions, and the teacher answers your questions specifically to your problem. So that is how hands-on we are in terms of training you guys, right? So don't be afraid, because it is not that difficult. Also, it is not rocket science, right? If you put in that effort, because whenever you give 100 hours of learning to any field, no matter how new it is, no matter how difficult it may seem in the beginning, you can still master it. And it being difficult is actually a good thing, because if it was easy, then everybody would have done it, right? Then what's the point of learning something easy? Because it is difficult, it is something that you can build a skill set around, right? Because if it was easy, then everybody will just put one prompt, trade in the market, and make money, right? Then everybody would be making money, which is not possible. As
Here, I would like to add something, Sharon, that, we just had session worth an hour today. Okay,
yeah,
it was just 1 hour. And within 1 hour, you guys learned how to download data, how to back test, how to build a dashboard. Imagine what you can do in an entire month of learning AI and algo trading. So this is just the beginning. We had to quickly do it, but even in a very short span of time, we were able to build so much. But when you dedicate an entire 1 month, you will be amazed at the possibilities which AI brings to you.
absolutely. And guys, at the end of the day, more than making money, I want you to look at this as a skill, right? Because when you invest in skills, it is not a short term ROI that you get a lifelong ROI, because skill is something which is there in your head. And as long as you're alive, it's there in your head, right? So I want you to think of it as building a new skill, because skills compound over time, right? Like when you started your job, your first job, even after studying for 20 years, you were average at your job, but today you're quite good at it, which is why you're getting a higher salary. Similarly, even when you're learning trading, in the beginning, you might not be that great, but it is the practice of doing it again and again is what makes it compound over time. So think of it as building a new skill which helps you make money as the outcome, not as the primary motive. Can we pay the rest of the money using credit card? Yes, absolutely, Rahul. In the 6 p.m. onboarding call, we will help you with your EMI payment. Yeah, I think HDFC and SBI credit card is not applicable, Ram Kumar. You will have to use the eligible cards that Aman has shared in the list. You can ask your friends and family as well. In case you're not able to arrange a credit card, you can make a UPI payment or a simple debit card payment as well. Debit card may we have EMI options for HDFC and ICICI Bank. That also, if you don't have, the only option is to make the full payment. And then whenever you get a credit card in the future, please write to us and we will convert that into a no cost EMI for you. I hope that answers your question, Ram Kumar. Yes, Someshwara, the things that we'll be teaching you are obviously strategies that are successful, which is why we bring market practitioners. We don't get people who just teach from a textbook, because that is something that you can also do. You can just buy a textbook on trading and read it yourself. But the people who will be teaching you are people who do this as a full-time job. So you'll be learning real life case studies on what is working in the market right now. I hope that answers your question, Someshwara. Yes, Harish, today's prompts will be shared even if you don't join the Bombay Trading School. Not a problem, Harish. You will get all the prompts which we have promised sent to you in the WhatsApp community. There is no condition that you have to be a Bombay Trading School student for that. But my only request is, Harish, that's not going to solve your problem. Maybe from a learning point of view, today you can test it out. But it's not going to help you for the rest of your life using that same prompt again and again, which is why our objective is to help you to do it for the rest of your life. which is why we create a program like this. But as promised, the prompts will be shared with you. No questions asked, no conditions as a part of it. Prajwal, I want to be enrolled, and if I'm not selected, when can I join back? So Prajwal, you can reapply anytime. So there is no criteria that you have to reapply 1 year later or anything. So we will keep if you are rejected, we will send you a form which you can apply in the future as well, because these classes start every once a month. Sagar Tiwari, I have received a mail that payment has failed. Guys, are there a lot of people who are facing payment issues? If yes, can you please say me in the chat section? I can help you out now. All right, I think it's just Sagar. Anybody else who's facing payment issues? Okay. Okay, Sri Karthik, if you are already a client of Personal CFO, then you are our most premium HNI client who already gets access to stock recommendations, stock trading recommendations as well. So I think for somebody of your background who is having a very large portfolio, then probably trading might not be necessary for you because you have a full-time person doing it for you end to end. So my honest feedback is that you don't need to learn in the Bombay Trading School. A personal CFO is more than enough for somebody of your capital size who is investing that kind of money every month. It makes more sense to get a full-time financial advisor to help you, which you already have. Sharan, can I be a long-term investor and a trader at the same time? So Azhar, it's about capital allocation. So if you are able to say that, okay, my core portfolio is long-term, which is about 60-70% of my money, then another 30-40% of my money can go into trading, which is my satellite portfolio for generating additional wealth. So that's the way I would look at it. It's not like you do everything. You only do one thing. You have to do both things. Even somebody like an Arjun, I'm sure, Arjun, you're not putting all your money into trading. You have mutual fund investments as well as a part of your portfolio planning. So,
Yeah, everything is diversified. As you said, it's all capital allocation.
yeah. So it has to be diversified. You can't do everything in one. Do you help with becoming a SEBI registered analyst? Arup, no. We hire such people, but we don't help you become a SEBI registered analyst. For that, you have to complete your exams and then come to us. Do we get a payment confirmation email after paying? Yes, Kalyan, you would have already gotten that email after you made the 6499 payment. Inderjeet, what kind of money will qualify for a full-time CFO? I would say, Inderjeet, at least like a 50 lakh, 1 crore kind of a net worth. That's when it makes sense to get like a full-time financial advisor. It need not just be your money, it could be your family's money as well. 50 lakh to 1 crore kind of a net worth. Then it makes sense to get a full-time financial advisor. Ramesh Babu, where will we get the recordings and the prompts? It will be sent to you in the WhatsApp community, Ramesh, that you are already a part of. Aditi, I have just started my job, and I won't be able to spend the required time, but I want to join this. Aditi, we do it on weekends. I don't know if your job asks you to work on Saturdays and Sundays, but we only do it on Saturdays and Sundays. May I join this next or next to next batch and pay the same amount? Aditi, you can join the next batch, but if you want to get in at the same amount, you will have to complete the payment today because then the prices will change. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, guys. I see a lot of people saying, I want a full-time financial advisor. So, Aman, can you please drop a link for a callback form for people who are saying, I want a full-time financial advisor? I see a lot of people saying, I have 50 lakh, 1 crore. Can I get a full-time advisor? So, Aman has just dropped that link, guys. please fill that link, and you will get a call from my wealth management team. Because you are saying you have a sizable net worth, so then it makes sense for you to get a full-time advisor to help you end to end. So please fill this form, and somebody from my wealth management team will give you a call. Is there an AI engineer job in your company? Not at the moment, Rupa. We are a 25 people tech team, so we don't have openings right now. We have opening for product managers, so you can check out our LinkedIn. If I'm a member of 1% club, if I'm not selected today, can I get in at the same amount? Yes, Radha. If you are not selected, then we will ensure that the price remains the same for you, right? So don't worry about that. Once you've submitted the application once, whatever price was promised to you at the time of submitting the application, that itself will be the price. Do you have internship opportunities? Not at the moment, Dimple. Can we think for an hour? Absolutely, Pulari, because the onboarding ceremony starts at 6 p.m. So until then, you can think about your decision. Sagar, I have paid twice, but both have been rejected and the money has been debited. What I have received the message from my bank is the batch full. Sagar, don't worry, just fill the form which Aman has dropped. I will have somebody from my team call you and resolve your issue. What is the price for a full-time financial advisor? Sai Mahesh, it depends on your portfolio, to be honest. So when you get a call from my wealth management team, they will give you a quote depending on your net worth. Yeah, please check the spam box as well in case you haven't gotten the confirmation. Sandeep Shonai, 21 days, Pesa double. Absolutely not, Sandeep. That's not how it works. That is not how trading works. That's not going to happen. And even if it happens once or twice, it's luck. It's pure luck. So, Arjun, do you want to talk about how active financial planning has helped you generate alpha in the markets recently? I remember you were recently telling me that even when the markets had crashed, you figured out when to take a cash call and when to invest money properly. Would you like to talk a little bit about that? Because a lot of people, during the recent market correction, got a lot of losses, up to 20%, 30%. But I remember you telling me that you were in a profit. So can you talk about how you take those calls?
So, Sharan, this idea struck me in 2020. Okay. Even though I've been in the game for more than 10 years and full time 10 years, but in 2020, I realized that what if you have, built a very huge retirement corpus, or for whatever goal you have your money set. And just about the time when you were supposed to take that money out from a mutual fund or something, there is a market crash, and you have to like redeem your funds at a very reduced value. Or what if my retirement fund reduces by half? Even though we have this notion that markets will recover in the long run, but what if for some reasons markets don't recover for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? This is a possible scenario, right? Even though the probability is less, but it is not impossible. So that got me thinking that, I need to figure out a way where I can safeguard my long term investments. See, short term trading bets or everything is okay. But what about my long term bets where I need to secure my equity investments? So there I figured out a way where I would take a cash call, where I would switch between, let's say, cash and your equity. By cash, I don't mean hard cash where money lies in your accounts. I mean, let's say a liquid or an arbitrage kind of a fund which generates 6-7% for you. And when the going gets right, when the probabilities are in your favor for a long term bull run, that is when you enter the markets. So I built a kind of a switching model where my funds keep getting allocated between, let's say, liquid and equities. So I've built models for that, and we keep on doing this switching.
Can you go a little double tap on how the switching model works, just the basics of it? Like what do you track to do the switch?
So see, Sharon, ultimately what you track is, let's say we track an index like Nifty. Okay, for any large cap mutual funds that you have, the benchmark is Nifty. for any small cap or mid cap mutual funds, your benchmark might be, let's say, an index like mid cap 50 or small cap 50, mid cap 100, small cap 100. Okay. So we track these three, four indices, and I want to figure out whether there is a trend in the underlying index or not. Ultimately, what you're doing is you are capturing momentum in that index and you're investing basis that.
Hmm.
Now, somebody might say this is not purely long term investing, but ultimately we are here in the markets to make money. Okay. It does not matter whether you stay invested in the same fund for 30 years or not. I want to switch between funds and allocate my capital as efficiently as possible. So what we do is, and it's not something I do manually, we've built a strategy, we've coded for it. The system tracks when is the most optimum time to remain in the markets and when to exit from the markets. So that is what we do in this switching model.
Got it. Got it. And guys, whatever Arjun has said, I want to show you proof that it actually works. So I invest in a similar strategy like what Arjun has said, but these strategies are only unfortunately available for HNIs who are minimum able to invest 50 lakhs in a single instrument. So I'll quickly show you that it's possible to do this. And I will show you my own portfolio. This is one of my portfolios where I have 2.5 crores invested, and I invested in this portfolio about 3-4 months back. If you zoom in over here, you see this. This is sitting at a 16.75% return, whereas the market has crashed by 8%. And if you look at the equity curve graph over here, this green line has gone up even when the market has gone down. So whatever Arjun has talked about is possible when you understand how the markets work and how do you take those calls, and also how do you use derivatives to hedge your downside. When you know the market is not doing well, you can use some derivative products to hedge your risks. So these are obviously very complicated strategies which are available for HNI investors. But I just thought it'd be interesting to show you how professional investors and traders manage their money. And yeah, unfortunately, it's only available for people who have at least 50 lakhs to invest. But I just thought it would be interesting for you to see what is available in the world today. Perfect. Perfect. Any other questions, guys? Switching has tax implications. Madhu, great question. What Arjun does is very interesting. He invests in a ULIP product, which has mutual funds within it. Now, most people think of ULIPs as very high commissions, but the new ULIPs which are coming out right now has very little expenses, like not more than 1.5%. Correct me if I'm wrong, Arjun. Right?
So I know, Sharan, I'm going to get a lot of flack from people for saying that why are you investing in ULIPs? They are
Yeah.
pathetic product. The costs are too high. But
Yeah.
the thing is that there is a beautiful feature in ULIPs called switching, which we take advantage of. There is no tax implication. There is no cost to switch funds between
Right.
different categories of funds. And that is where we take the advantage of it. And I've been doing it for like the past 5-6 years. And Sharan, if I would like to tell you that obviously a lot of people are investing in small caps,
Yeah.
right? So the small cap returns over the past, let's say, starting June last year, the index has returned -4%. Your best small cap fund, pick any best fund in the market, that has returned about 4%, right? And what we've generated with switching is about 14%. So there is a lot of alpha to be generated. And ULIPs had a very bad name in the past because the costs used to be very high. And I
Because of people
absolutely
like
agree with it.
because of people like me only, I've been talking bad
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. And you rightly talked about it because insurance agents would come in, they would pitch you products and missell them and make you invest in products where the commissions went as high as 20%, 30%, 40%. So how would you make money?
Yeah.
Now, that is the thing that if you invest in a ULIP with a little more amount, with a higher amount, let's say 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs per annum, your charges go significantly down and they are in the range of 1.5%. So that's like very at par with mutual funds.
Also, a
So
couple of additional things which I discovered that number one, that up to 2.5 lakhs, you pay no tax on the capital
yeah,
gains,
yeah,
right? Second, there is no STCG when you're doing the switching. So
yeah.
if I've invested recently, I can keep buy, sell, and pay zero tax.
Correct, correct.
So this is how he does it, guys. This is what
Yeah.
Arjun does. He doesn't directly buy mutual funds. He buys it within a ULIP structure, which allows him to switch depending on what he thinks is happening in the market. And that's how he got the alpha that he was
Yeah.
talking about. Perfect. Do we teach derivatives? Yes, it is taught in the Bombay Trading School, guys. How do you hedge your portfolio with derivatives? All of that will be taught in the Bombay Trading School. So even if you don't have 50 lakhs, you can still figure out how to create these kind of portfolios with a lower amount. But obviously, SEBI doesn't allow mutual funds to do these kind of things. So you will have to do it by yourself. So I hope that answers your question. No, switching across different fund houses is not possible in ULIP, Madhu. That's the only drawback of a ULIP.
But then the ULIPs these days, they offer you every fund category, right? So if you want to switch from a large to mid to small to even a momentum fund or a liquid bond fund, there are 10, 15 categories of funds that you can switch between. So absolutely no problem.
Yeah. I am planning to upgrade my laptop. What's the minimum spec required for using Python and coding, or tab is enough for algo trading and classes? What do you think, Arjun?
No. So don't go for a tab. Tab obviously won't let you code in Python. It depends on whether you want a Windows or a Mac. I would say ki if you can go for a Mac, MacBook Air is decent enough for you. A Windows laptop, at least 16 GB, 512 your storage SSD. So that is the bare minimum you should go for, because if you're investing in an asset, you would want ki at least it lasts me good 3, 4, 5 years, 3 years at least.
Sumit, that fund performance that I showed is one of our internal PMSs. So that is something that you can access only if you have minimum 50 lakhs as per SEBI guidelines. Okay. Yes, guys, if you have no other questions, feel free to drop off. Please ensure that you join the WhatsApp group after making the application fee payment, because the next instructions will be shared in the WhatsApp group. Perfect. Any other questions, guys, before we drop off? It's almost 1:40. Yes, recordings will be given to you. No problem. Recording can only be sent once the live session is done. So it has to get processed and then it will be sent to you. We are still live right now. So, the recording will be sent in the next 30 minutes at least. Okay. WhatsApp group link is not shared. Aman, please ensure that all the people who have paid the application fee of 6499 gets the WhatsApp group link for the next stage. Okay, any other question? What if I'm not able to join the onboarding due to prior commitments? Not a problem, Ratib. Please fill the form which Aman shared earlier, and one of my team members will call you if you are eligible and help you get onboarded without the onboarding session. So, guys, if anybody has an issue of joining at 6 p.m. today, please fill the onboarding. Please fill the form which Aman has sent. Aman, please drop that link once again and mention your challenge that I'm not able to join at 6 p.m. And a team member from my company will call you up and help you get onboarded before the 6 p.m. call, provided you are eligible. Yes, if you're already a member of BTS Nikhil, then you will get access to the algo trading program as well. Please ask your mentor to get you added. This is what I was telling you guys. A lot of our existing BTS students did not get access to the algo trading because this is something new that we are launching. So our old students are getting access to the algo trading as well for free of cost. So in the future, if we are launching anything new in trading, our existing BTS students also gets access to it for free of cost, because our job is to always be on top of what is the most interesting topics and give you guys that knowledge and the know-how. How long is the 6 p.m. call? It will be for approximately 30 minutes. Leela is saying getting payment rejected. Leela, please fill that form which Aman has just dropped, and somebody from my team will call you and help you. Leela Bailwar. Is there any other ways to stay in touch for updates other than WhatsApp? So, Pratibha, you can follow us on our Instagram and our LinkedIn. And if you're already on our email database, you will be getting newsletters from us once a week so that you can stay updated. Done, guys. I hope this was a great end to our pro trading bootcamp, guys. I hope the last 2 days has done justice to your time, your money, and your patience. I hope you guys got what you came for. Whether you joined Bombay Trading School or not, that is secondary. But I hope we have lived up to the promise of yesterday and today. Please feel free to share your honest feedback with us. Please feel free to tell about with your friends and family about how good your weekend was or how bad your weekend was. And you also have my personal email ID as well. I'm dropping it once again. So if you have any critical feedback for me, more than happy to work on it because I also learn from my mistakes. So please feel free to share your feedback, both good and bad. Prompts will be shared, Shashank, when the recordings are shared. So along with the recordings, the prompts will also be shared. Fantastic, guys. On that note, I will leave you guys for the rest of the evening. At 6 p.m., I will see all the guys who paid the application fee payment at the 6 p.m. call. On that note, guys, thank you so much and goodbye.